who has lived in Puerto Rico during the past month of what, July and August of 2025, and likes peace knows exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Because this shit is so fucking retarded, particularly like in San Juan, I assume. Because the whole thing is just fucking retarded. Like, this man is being promoted as if he's a fucking, like, I can't even call it a king, but more like a fucking, a despot. I don't know how to fucking describe it, like a fucking czar or some shit. Like, he's fucking Stalin in Puerto Rico or some shit. Like, all these fucking people, I have never in my entire life seen something like this. Like, and I'm not saying that as like, oh, it's a phenomenon. You know what I'm talking about? You know, when a phenomenon, you know what I'm talking about? When you see something like, you go to Victoria Falls and you're just like, I've never seen anything like that before. Like, guys, you should all go there. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, you went to Niagara Falls and you're just like, wow, like, I've never seen a phenomenon like that. Or you see a black hole in person. You know what I'm talking about? I've never seen something like that in my life. Everyone should be able to see that. Like, looking at that fucking hexagonal storm in the North Pole of fucking Saturn. That's a phenomenon. That's something that's like harmless. It's completely harmless, yet it's a phenomenon. Yet what fucking this whole Bad Bunny bullshit is harmful. It is so harmful because really, it's just retarded. It's like mental retardation. I don't know how to fucking describe it. Like, it makes mentally retarded people look like they are fucking like geniuses. I sort of fucking God compared to this, because really at the end of the day, these are people that have sense, but yet they choose not to engage in it. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, these people have a conscience, but they choose bad at all fucking times. So, I'm just saying, like, you go to fucking stores and shit, and they're talking, this is another thing, like, I can't stand that about Puerto Rican culture, like, people calling this Coliseum here in Puerto Rico the Choli. And it's just like, that's not, it just sounds, if you speak Spanish and you were raised in fucking Puerto Rico, you know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. It's just fucking annoying. It is beyond fucking annoying. I'm being so fucking serious. Like, I'm not even being arrogant. It's just fucking annoying. Like, it is literally fucking annoying, because it's just like, nobody calls it the fucking Coliseum. Like, do you understand? It's not a formal way of calling this thing. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's like, people here love stripping dignity away from fucking everything. I swear to fucking God. But anyway, like, so stores, like, for example, Marshall's, fucking, Walmart, whatever, fucking stores, fucking Starbucks, like, they fucking have, like, their entire fucking things decked out for this event, as if, like, really at the end of the day, as if it's the resuscitation of Danielle Santos, or fucking, Celia Cruz. Do you understand? I mean, she's Cuban, but she's a fucking massive name here in Puerto Rico and practically everywhere else in Latin America. But, to call him a massive name, that's like calling, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I can't be sorry about this, because that would mean that I'm doing something wrong. And I'm not sorry about this. That's like calling Justin Bieber a fucking, do you understand, like, a phenomenon? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, they're like, I don't know how to fucking describe it. Like, I can't call them Lady Gaga. I can't fucking call them Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is pretty corrupt. I'm just saying, because she has, like, some fucked up values left and right, because, like, she doesn't keep her word, so she doesn't have integrity. So, same thing goes with fucking, hold on, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is a whole fucking, he is terrible when it comes to being a public figure. When you choose that, and I'm talking about formally, because it's a different story when you're trying to make it. You know, there are people who are putting in effort. That's a whole different story. If you're putting in effort, thank you. Do you understand? Because you're putting in effort, that means you don't fucking know everything. You don't have the fucking connections, blah, blah, blah. Everything isn't set yet. But there are people who, it might seem formal, but they're not being legitimate public figures. They just found a corrupt group to work with. I think Celine Dion, she's one of those people that didn't find a corrupt group, but I don't know much about her. Celine Dion could be a fucking evil and corrupt person. I don't really listen to her music that much, but I'm just saying, just based on me not knowing her, I can automatically deduce, based on life experience, that she could be very 80% corrupt. But sometimes life surprises me, and sometimes you meet people that just aren't corrupt at all. But Bad Bunny is a fucking perfect example of full-blown fucking corruption. that whole shit, like people all gathering together for this fucking bullshit concert, and they're calling it the residency. It's like, bitch, first of all, this is not Las Vegas, okay? This is not Las Vegas. It's a different story of Celia Cruz. I'm sorry. There is a different story if Celia Cruz has a residency in Puerto Rico. That is a completely different story. Not Shakira. Shakira's a fucking stupid bitch. I'm sorry. That's just... Actually, I'm not sorry. It's just that Shakira is like a Beyonce. Do you understand what I'm talking about? They bother. These are people that bother. Like they don't. I wouldn't necessarily, because there's a difference between provoking thought, like doing it artistically, like you provoke thought. For example, like Lady Gaga during the Fame, whenever that fucking album came out, like she provoked thought, and some people were offended by it, but she was doing it from a standard of human rights. Now, Beyonce, for example, let me give you an example of what she does. She does things that are bothersome. They don't provoke thought. That's the thing. That's why they're fucking bothersome, because it's just plain and simple. It's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm a girl, so I'm gonna kill thee. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's just like, oh, okay, that's not... You think it's funny, but it's not fucking funny. That's the fucking thing. I'm sick and tired of fucking Beyonce. Bad Bunny is just like her. That's the thing. Like, they kind of like... I don't know how to describe it. They, like, lack nuance. Do you understand? You know when you're looking at a fucking painting and you're looking deep into it and you look at the fucking details that the fucking artist put into it? Now, that's the thing about Beyonce. It's like fucking... She drew a stick figure. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And she didn't make it legitimately funny. That's the fucking thing. Because if you make it legitimately funny, then you can get a... I've studied art enough to know that there are certain things you can get away with. And Andy Warhol said that. Art is anything you can fucking get away with. In other words, you might create something that initially... Oh my god, this fucking bitch. I swear to fucking... Who is this fucking woman coming up around here? I swear to fucking god, playing it like she's fucking stupid. I swear to fucking god. I hate when people do that shit. Like, there's nothing to see back here except dumpsters, and these bitches are over here fucking looking at me and shit. Nosy. Really, at the end of the day, I shouldn't even be talking about nosy, because this is a fucking public ass fucking video, but whatever. I mean, nosy as in interrupting my flow of fucking thought right now. But, Beyonce, for example, like, let's just say, for example, you created a stick figure, but there's a message behind it, like the context. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like what Andy Warhol mentioned about getting away with something, like getting away. Art is anything you can get away with. He's talking about context. He's talking about a context-heavy work that fits the era. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Beyonce was doing nothing that fit that era. Has never done anything that has ever fit a fucking era. She's just doing, really, she's like Bad Bunny. They're just doing whatever the fuck they want with no concern over the fucking audience. That's what I'm fucking saying. Like, there's no concern over the audience. There's no sense of social justice. It's just fucking bullshit. Like that fucking bullshit that Beyonce comes out with, talking about, oh, can you pay my bills? That Destiny's Child bullshit. Yeah, let's be real. They have, those songs sound good. I'm not gonna lie about that. They sound good. They sound good to the ears, but the message is fucking disgusting, and that's about it. It's kind of like drawing a painting that looks good, but you look at the details, and it's just like, this bitch is a fucking scammer. Do you understand what I'm talking about? She's a scammer. Like, for example, the bitch told us she made it with oil, but the bitch did it with pastel. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The bitch is lying. She's talking about she made it with oil, but she did it with fucking crayons. Do you understand? And she thinks it's fucking funny. It's like, bitch, first of all, you are not my mother. You are not my mother, and don't fucking take, because that's the thing about Beyonce. She likes to start bullshit like that makes no fucking sense. Like, she disregards nuance in people's lives. Hold on. She's a fucking bitch. Those fucking songs are like absolutism, stuff that doesn't work well when you're trying to prove yourself right. Absolutism, it just doesn't work well. It never works well. Because it disregards every individual experience. Like that fucking stupid song, I don't want no scrubs, blah 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 blah. And it's just like, okay, first of all, that shit makes no sense. Globally, it makes no sense. Globally, it makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. One could say that it's funny, but it's not funny, because these women are portraying abusive women in society that sit there and treat men like they're literally shit. And then they try to manipulate with this bullshit that makes, okay, I really want y'all to count. I want you to sit there for an entire month and think about how long that month was. just think about how long a month is. Don't sit there and fucking claim that it went by fast. No. Think about every fucking moment that happened at that fucking month, and you're gonna realize how much has fucking happened to the point that you're just like, wow, that was a very long span of time. Even a day is pretty fucking long. Y'all just aren't fucking, a lot of y'all aren't fucking noticing it. So what I'm saying is that time, this whole thing about feminism, all of that happened decades and a century, pretty much a century ago. And this is all very American centric. It disregards the nuances of every other fucking culture. It disregards reality for the most part, because I don't even, first of all, I wasn't even there. That's another thing. Taking advantage of people who weren't at an event to abuse those fucking people. And that's what Beyonce does. For example, you're born in 1993 and she's trying to imply that you are the exact same person that this random ass fucking person was back in the 1920s, while everyone was running around wearing Victorian fucking clothes. She's not funny. Really, I had this faith, but I've lost faith in Stephanie Germanotta. I had this faith that she had a really good team of people. Hold on. She had a good team of people that were, you know, very out of the mainstream. I really at first I thought Lady Gaga was an underground artist that made it mainstream, because the way I saw her evolve from those MySpace days, because I remember seeing her on MySpace and barely when Twitter was coming out. Like, I remember all of that. And as long as it was portrayed at that point, like, it looked like she was like a very independent artist that happened to have a great team. And they were, you know, out of the loop of the mainstream. But then I'm starting to see these fucking people that at the end of the day she's doing business with, and it's just like, oh, okay, so you're doing business with Britney Spears, you're doing business with Beyonce and all these fucking bitches. So at the end of the day, you don't have integrity. But I had faith back then that she was faking it. I had faith that she was faking it to change the fucking game. Do you understand? Not the game. It's not a game. Art has never been a game. I remember Lady Gaga sitting there and saying, oh, if you're not having fun, then why are you doing it? And it's just like, no. Art is not about having fun. There can be aspects of fun in it, but that's not just simply, art isn't just simply about having fun. I'm just gonna keep it right there. It is not just simply about having fun. That's like disregarding the maturity that goes behind art, or the seriousness, making it seem like it's just one big ass fucking game 24/7. Art is not a fucking game, at least not to me. I take it seriously. And Beyonce, she's one of those types of people that doesn't take it seriously. Like, you can tell. She mingles with this team of people that at the end of the day think like, okay, well, wear that jewelry because it's glamorous. She's very glamorous. She's not luxury. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Glamour versus luxury. Glamour is painted as, you know, diamonds and pearls and loud shit. It's very vain, very hype. It makes it seem like it's luxury, but it actually isn't. Luxury is peace, first of all. It's tranquil. It's not your idea, because I'm sorry, that's just the way luxury is. It's not your idea of luxury, because we're gonna keep it really clear. Eating shit is not luxurious. Eating poop is not luxurious. So there's a fucking answer about how luxury isn't just simply subjective. So luxury is a matter of having peace. It's a matter of having peace and experiencing wealth in a sumptuous way. In other words, not being bothered by people, and not being in a position where you're bothering other people to the point that they retaliate and want you dead, or want you to be harmed to the point that they want to damage you to the point that you can't continue further. And that's the thing about Beyonce. Like, I always perceived, I had faith in Lady Gaga that she was, at least with her team, like, they just knew it by code. They knew it by code that, what do you call it? They knew it by code that, you know, act fake around these fucking industry people, these big time people, because really at the end of the day, I didn't consider it selfishness, but I considered it a woman that stepped into a situation where she saw a lot of corruption, and she's just like, you know what, I'm gonna ravage it, because they're not respecting the LGBT. They really aren't. They act like they do. You know what I'm talking about? Like, throwing a gay couple kissing just for, just to fucking cause shock value. I don't really think this is the thing about Lady Gaga. Like, I never really considered her completely a shock artist. I considered her a person that was using shocking, in quotes, shocking things. I wouldn't necessarily call art shocking because she was really fitting into the standard of art. I'm just saying she was holding on to the theatrical aspect. She wasn't showing up to the red carpet just to look, in quote, sexy, which is what it should be. That's what it should always be. It should always be like that. And really, at the end of the day, designers and fashion industry people, they should be ravaged for this shit because they're over here fucking manipulating the fucking art fields. Like, I'm being serious. There's a complete different distinction between a musician and this fucking fashion that you put on them. And a lot of these musicians, at the end of the day, I don't even feel like they have a fucking choice. Like, they're saying, they're just letting it fucking happen. But I will thank her for that because Lady Gaga stepped in and they really tried to fucking make it seem like it was arrogant. Like she was overpowering the red carpet, and it's just like, no, she wasn't overpowering it. She was doing what's supposed to be done. That's the thing. You show up at the red carpet and you associate it with the artistic vision, with the legitimate artistic vision, and just simply being a sexy woman is not art. I'm sorry, that's not art. I'm sorry. Being a sexy woman is not art. I'm sorry. Based on, so y'all are throwing away types. That's what I'm saying. Being a sexy woman is not an art. It's not an art. I'm sorry, it just isn't a fucking art. It's not a fucking art. Because Beyonce, at the end of the day, she's more like, okay, there's a big difference between being sexy and just flat out perverted. And that's fucking Beyonce. Beyonce is fucking perverted. And I always felt like there was this vibe, or maybe it was just my own personal opinion, because I don't like Beyonce. I always associated Beyonce with being like this racist woman, which she is. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, she worked with Rob Fusari, but her fucking essence is very racist, very like anti-humanity. She's very like pro-black, not pro-humanity. She's pro-black. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Pro-woman, pro-black, but not pro-humanity. She's consistently trying to win, which makes her a fucking problem. That's the thing about Lady Gaga. I never felt ever in my entire life like she was trying to win anything. Like, really, she really vomited on herself. She really vomited on herself. That's what I'm fucking saying. Like, she vomited on herself. That was a very emotional experience, as art should be. But Beyonce, like, I'm just saying, like, this is good art versus bad art. Good art makes, like, I don't know how to describe it. It makes you cry, either out of good feelings. It's something that's so brutally relatable. And it has to do with justice. I don't know how to describe it. It has to do with fucking justice, the story of it. Beyonce ain't fucking fighting for justice. I'm sorry. No. No, actually, I'm not sorry. She's not fighting for justice. This bitch was raised in Houston. I passed by the house that she was raised in. It's just like, what justice is this bitch fighting for? Nobody ever heard. Beyonce was never running around Humble, Texas. She wasn't running around Spring, Texas, doing all these charity events over there. Do you understand what I'm talking? I've never met this bitch. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And that in itself is powerful because I've never met that bitch, for that bitch to even come into my life and claim some shit like, look at all I've done for you or some shit. It's like, bitch, you have done nothing to me except fucking show, like Jennifer Lopez's dumbass. You've done nothing to me except offend me as a homosexual man, because for some strange reason, kind of like Megan Thee Stallion, like for some strange reason, y'all think that not only homosexual men, but straight women and asexuals want to see your disgusting fucking ass. You're not using your ass like Lady Gaga did. Lady Gaga used her ass, I'm being serious, like, because the vibes, I don't even know how to describe it, like the vibes were not pornographic. She used her ass like in an artistic way. That's what I'm fucking saying. That's the thing about Lady Gaga. I've never gotten a single like feeling like it's the vibes coming off of her. Like, they're not pornographic. Beyonce is pornographic. She's gonna play it like she isn't, but she engages in pornographic activities and tries to play it like, oh no, I'm just being a sexy woman. No, you're being pornographic. Lady Gaga is being sexy. If maybe we could call Lady Gaga being an artist when it comes to being sexy, because she's playing around. Do you understand? She's molding stuff. Do you understand? And still coming. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's like she's coming out sexy regardless. Do you understand what I'm talking about? She could have vomit all over her and shit all over her. And it's just like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, it's not necessarily like, oh, it's not pornographic. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. It's not pornographic. There's a big difference. And somebody even mentioned this. There was a website. I don't know if that website is still up, but it was called artorporn.org or .com. And you went there, and pretty much they would put some images that were like nude images, or they were very it was a subtle it was like a test. It was a test, and like they used subtle pictures that made it kind of hard to tell apart whether something is pornographic or something is just art, because nudity could be seen as porn but not necessarily so. And it's just that porn, at the end of the day, like, first of all, it makes you feel uncomfortable unless it's being used, for example, like Cupcake. Cupcake uses pornography, but in a way that doesn't make you feel uncomfortable, so technically it's not porn. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it. Because Cupcake, she says the stuff that she says, but it comes out as over the fucking top. Like, she's literally the only woman on this in the entire history of humanity to literally run around. Like, she's such a hypersexual woman. Like, I'm being serious. Like, she's fucking every fucking man imaginable that she can run into, because her thongs are literally wet. She has to change them at all fucking times because she's endlessly just fucking flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing. She's never done having sex. So that's what I'm saying. Cupcake, yeah, like, she does things that one could surface look at. Like, that would be in an art or porn type of thing, and Cupcake is an artist. She's not a fucking porn star. That's what I'm fucking saying. Like, the stuff that she comes out with, like, is so over the top that it comes out as art. It doesn't come out as porn. Now, Beyonce is over there talking about, I don't think you ready for my booty, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, no. No, because you're showing up, you're showing like that line. You know what I'm talking about? That line. That fucking line where the butt, you know what I'm talking about? You know the line underneath the butt, like right under the butt. You know what I'm talking about? You're showing that, and then you're shaking your fucking ass and shaking, and then trying to fucking make it seem like, oh no, I'm just a singer and dancer. No. Mm-mm. I mean, technically, you are just a singer and dancer. I wouldn't necessarily call you an artist, because singing is more of a skill, not an art. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Unless you're experimenting. Unless you're experimenting. Like, you hear what Lady Gaga does. A lot of her stuff has come out robotic. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's when singing becomes an art, as opposed to you just hitting the right pitches. Oh my God. Beyonce just hits the right pitches. Do you understand what I'm talking about? She just hits the right pitches. That's it. And there's violence associated with her. She promotes sexism off the ass. This fucking bullshit song, Who Run the World Girls. No, nobody runs the world. The world is actually spinning on its own fucking axis. It's going around the fucking sun, regardless of what anyone says. And collectively, people run an aspect of the world, okay? You can't just sit there and decide to run the entire world just because you're a fucking female. You can't do that. Number two, that disregards trans rights. It just disregards transgender rights. Beyonce, I'm just saying, there are subtleties in the stuff that she releases that discriminate and abuse against fucking marginalized people. Because that whole bullshit where you're saying, oh, who run the world, girls? Okay, so let's just say that a woman, I mean, like, a man that went through a fucking transgender, I'm just gonna keep it just as it is, a biological man transitioned into a woman, or a biological woman transitioned into a man. And by all means, I hate having to fucking keep this clear, because it's just obvious as it is. It's already been made clear that it's just obvious, because when you start taking testosterone and you start taking estrogen, your biology switches completely, does a 180, literally. Like, you literally become the fucking opposite sex. So I'm just saying, like, what is she implying now? That she's implying that testosterone runs men, not mind. Mind doesn't, a man doesn't have individuality. And neither do girls, neither do women, because all women are supposed to be these bosses and these leaders. And yeah, some people might call it over the top, but it's just, it's stupid. It's like literally just stupid. It's because it's just like, no, like if she said it in a funny way, she'd be like, who run the world? Whores. Do you understand now? There, that would be funny because everyone knows that that's not, that's fucking over the top. That doesn't even fucking make any fucking sense. Um, and then she starts mixing, you know, she goes a little bit to the realm of Lovely Peaches. That's the thing about Lovely Peaches. Lovely Peaches is a fucking artist, and people, you know, they just drag her like she's just this horrifying fucking person. And the stuff people will say, oh yeah, she's very pornographic, she's had sex on cam, but it's just like, the thing is the context surrounding that persona of Lovely Peaches. That's what I'm saying. It's the context. The context regarding Beyonce. Beyonce isn't, she's portraying herself as like, same thing goes with Shakira. They portray themselves as like these fucking like vixens that are so untouchable, these divas or whatever. And it's just like, okay, like that's just, it's not fitting. It's not fitting into the art world. It's fitting in a world of corruption where money comes first. And you're breaking laws, because I'm just saying that's a whole breach. It's you know, it's attacking a protected characteristic, treating girls like and women like they're supposed, like really objectifying women, subtly. So she doesn't say it out loud. All those people are corrupt, the people that wrote those lyrics. Her complicit behavior in that, being, you know, tagging along and doing that shit, makes her just as fucking guilty. It's in a form a gang. And obviously they're convincing people that want money. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Not people that want to create good environments. Because Beyonce, I'm just saying, she's part of a group of mockery type of people. And like I said, I felt like Lady Gaga was being fake, but now I don't know. I feel like she just really likes Beyonce. I don't know. I feel like Lady Gaga is more of a fan than she is an artist. I don't know. Maybe I might be wrong. I don't know, because I've never met her. I have never seen her artistic process. I don't know what's going on behind the fucking scenes, but as far as I see, as far as I've seen, she looks more like a fanatic of Beyonce than a person who is, you know, like any real artist. Like, I'm being serious. If you're a real artist, you're gonna see, you're gonna look at the details. And I don't feel like Gaga is looking at the fucking details, because if she looked at the details, she'd be like, bitch, I'm not even collaborating with you. But in the sense of what I saw in fucking Telephone, when she brought Beyonce into the fucking whole realm of Telephone, I was like, you know what? It felt like she was dragging her through her artistry. That's what I mean. Like, it felt like Gaga was dragging her through her artistry because she was so out of place. Beyonce was so out of place. I'm just saying, like, she was so out of place because Gaga at that point in time was promoting, you know, like different types of people, you know, individuals that aren't fitting this mainstream standard. And then Beyonce comes in, and, you know, she's, in quotes, worked so hard to, she didn't work hard. I'm not sorry. She did not work hard. I saw where she was born and raised. She's black. Her parents, like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, she was not abused as a fucking child. I'm just fucking saying, like, this bitch she'll try to fucking go to lengths and make shit up. I'm just saying, in that fucking 7-Eleven song where she said, I'm fresher than you, and it's just like, who, that's the thing, like, just shut up. It's retarded. It literally looks like you, which literally that's what that is. You took out a fucking phone or a fucking camera and just started recording yourself twerking with these stupid pornographic bitches that really at the end of the day look like they sell drugs and fucking, you know, they don't care who's dying from it. That's what they look like. They look gross. They look like ghetto ass fucking people that are loud. You know, like street people that make the street nasty. You know, have you ever been to a street that isn't nasty? You know what I'm talking about? You know, whenever you're like, I don't know, let me think of a place that's not a nasty street. God, like there are certain places that aren't nasty streets, like in the world. Because when people think about street culture, they're thinking about all streets. No, there are certain streets that aren't nasty in this world. Like, for example, like New York City, for example, Times Square is a street. Like, it's literally like there's streets crossing through there. But I wouldn't necessarily call Times Square street culture. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Yet the streets run through there. I wouldn't necessarily call Park Avenue street culture. I'm just saying, because it's like, do you understand what I'm talking about? When I'm talking about street culture, I'm talking about like shit here in Puerto Rico where people are out in the streets causing a ruckus, causing chaos, blowing shit up, and just causing problems. And Beyonce is in that realm. I'm just saying, she is in that realm. She's not really like this fucking vixen and she tries to fucking claim herself as. She's more of a fucking, I'm gonna overlook the riots I started from my penthouse type of fucking piece of shit person. So I don't know. I just felt like Gaga, because Beyonce was so out of place. I mean, I remember looking at her Bills, Bills, Bills song, and there was a drag queen there, but it's just like, that's not representation, bitch. That's just you saying, oh, I hung out with a drag queen. I'm such a gay icon. No, that's not. No, that's not how it works. You have to have a thesis. You have to have a fucking literal fucking manifesto. Do you understand when it comes to LGBT rights? I'm sorry, that's just the way it works. In order for you to be a fucking LGBT icon, and on top of that, you have to be fucking gay, but you have to be a legitimate fucking gay, not one of these fucking gays that thinks, oh, well, I live in LA and you live in Houston, Texas, or you're from over there, so you're just not worthy as a gay. Or, oh, I know Andy Cohen. Or, oh, look, this is what I'm talking about, street culture. That's what I mean by street culture. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect example. Um, and these are the type of people that go to that fucking bullshit concert. People want to say, oh, that's not humanitarian. Why are you judging human beings? It's like, no, because I have eyes, and that's what eyes do. Eyes judge at all times. That's what you're doing when you're looking at things. You're judging at all fucking times. You judge your environment at all fucking times. Whenever you look at a toilet, that's not even necessarily judging a human being, but you walk into a fucking public bathroom and you see shit that someone left behind and they didn't clean up after themselves. You're judging that whole situation without even necessarily knowing who did that. So I'm just saying, you can judge a place. So I'm just saying, so I don't play that stupid, oh, don't judge type of shit. It's just like, no, I'm gonna fucking judge. I'm gonna sit there and fucking judge. But yeah, Beyonce encompasses like really arrogant shit that like I felt like Gaga just like, or maybe the music industry itself. I don't know if there was some type of conspiracy when Gaga started to get into the realm and they're just like, okay, just like convince Beyonce or just manipulate her into thinking, yeah, go over there because you're gonna get more fans or some shit. You're gonna get more attention. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I felt like. I felt like she was set up, and Beyonce's so fucking stupid, and I mean she deserves that because she's pornographic. I'm just fucking saying. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit about the straight woman talking about, or even the bisexual woman talking about, I have a gay best friend. I don't like that shit. My gay best friend. No, you're not my, first of all, if you have a gay man that is your best friend, this thing comes along with matchmaking. If your gay best friend is already married, whether it's in a polyamorous, polyfidelous situation or a monogamous situation, you can have your best friend at that point, and you don't have to be a matchmaker because they have what they need. Now you're with a single gay man trying to fucking get his life together? And you're talking about that's my best friend, or look at how much I care about the LGBT. I brought a drag queen that you have never met and probably will never meet. And if you do meet that person, it's gonna be a very superficial fucking conversation. Like, how are you? Oh my God, I love your purse. Ba 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 ba. Because that song, Bills, 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 you look at that song and there's like a drag queen in that fucking, a drag queen or a cross-dresser, I don't know. But there was a man dressed in women's clothing. Maybe it was a drag queen or maybe it was a cross-dresser, I don't know. But of course, Beyonce will sit there and be like, you see, I've represented you. And it's just like, no, that's representing that specific individual. I don't know who the fuck that is. That is not representing the LGBT. Because if you're representing the LGBT, you do something that's very cinematic, kind of like how Lady Gaga did. Like her shows were very cinematic. I would never call Beyonce shows cinematic. I would just call them stupid. I can't even call them theatrical. It's just not fitting. The vibe isn't there. It just feels like this fucking like rich woman It's just really hanging out with rich people and they're just doing stupid ass. It feels very kindergarten. It feels very kindergarten art class, like lacking in skill and fucking theory or even fucking innovation or even thinking about experimenting. It's not even experimental. Her shit is just fucking like straightforward fucking bullshit. Same old Beyonce talking about. Wait, how does she sing? Oh, hello. And she's over there trying to make herself look like she's an opera singer. No, you're a good singer, but you're not an opera singer. Okay, so let's leave it right there. She's never been an opera singer, so let's leave her skills where they rest. Um, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I can't stand her. Speaking of her right now, this whole bad bunny bullshit. Um, it's fucking retarded. Like, this reminds me, it would be as if Beyonce came to Puerto Rico and had her residency here, and it's just like, no. Number one, like, take a step away from that fucking Coliseum. That's what I'm saying. Step away, and just let it rest. Let it fucking rest because this shit is so ghetto. I'm being so fucking serious. I hate how fucking I'm gonna use that word, and I'm not gonna be associated with American culture because people think that whenever you're using the word ghetto and you have white skin, which I don't have white skin. There's no such thing as anyone having white skin because the color white, if y'all understood colors, the color white is what's coming out of the sun, okay? That's the color white, okay? That's pure light. That's the color white. I'm sorry, that's just the way the colors work. I'm sorry, that's just the way the colors work. Pure white light is white. That is white. Everything else that you're seeing that looks in quotes white is it's so drastically of a shade off. It's so much darker than white, but you perceive it as white because you're living in a fucking culture that loves capitalism and nonsense and fighting and violence and bullshit that you never take a moment to really think about colors. So I'm just saying, so yeah, I don't have white skin, but I am using the word ghetto because it's ghetto, like projects type of people that live in projects. Of course, that's very disrespectful to be generalizing everyone that lives in projects because I've met people that live in projects and they're not in quotes ghetto, but when you go to the projects, you know that culture exists there. The overwhelming majority of people that live in projects are fucking ghetto ass fucking people. And this is the thing, ghetto people live in suburbs as well. So I'm just fucking saying, and it's not even necessarily low income. Ghetto people are everywhere. Kanye West is ghetto as shit. Kanye West is disgusting. Kim Kardashian is ghetto as shit. They are horrible people. They use violence. They use terror. They use all forms and ways of. I'm just saying, it's not provocative art in the sense that it's making you think. It's stuff that provokes you, and you're just like, okay, I need to find safety. As opposed to Lady Gaga, who provokes thought, and it's like liberating. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It makes you have a sense of trust in yourself, a trust in your abilities. It's self-esteem type of stuff. But lately, I just can't. I don't know whether to trust her or not. I'm just saying. But there are two types of people in a Lady Gaga audience. People who already had a healthy sense of self-esteem, and then they went to her fucking show and then became arrogant. Do you understand what I'm talking about? They became fucking arrogant. Versus people who are marginalized and consistently being fucking told, oh, you're fucking bullshit, blah, blah, all this fucking shit, like, fuck you, you're nobody. But at the end of the day, that's a very sensitive situation because it's just like, you're not supposed to be making money off of fucking marginalized. If they give you money, you're supposed to give it back and not through theater. I'm sorry because fucking, and I'm not really sorry. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm sorry that I'm saying sorry. Remember that. You don't take money from marginalized people. You can only be charitable to marginalized people in order to be fair. And this is the thing, when you're marginalized, it's hard for you to not be homeless. Like, homelessness is something that's very potential when you're marginalized. And I haven't seen Stephanie Germanata, engaging in charities to end homelessness, and I'm talking about in a very aggressive way, in a very brutally aggressive way, in the same way that she was about LGBT rights. And at the end of the day, like I said, she's not so much pro-LGBT. She's pro-Andy Cohen, pro-Anderson Cooper, pro the fucking famous porn star that went to this fucking event, pro what do you call it? God, she even supported Paris Hilton. But at the beginning, this is another reason why I thought she was against Beyonce, because I remember at the beginning, that's why I wouldn't call I would never call myself a fan of anything except Resident Evil. With the exception of the new ones that came out, I'm just like, bitch, that is so fucking retarded. But anyway, but the first few Resident Evils, I'm a fan of it. Um, but when it comes to human beings doing certain things, I can only be a fan of someone like maybe Malala Yousafzai. But Malala also strikes me as this hardcore feminist, a person who will overlook the rights of a person who just happens to either identify as a male or be a male. A person that's in transition. I don't know. She just strikes me as that because she comes from a Muslim country and she already has this mindset that men are like this and men are like that and blah, 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 blah. And she got shot by a man. And it's just like, okay, but did every man shoot you? Okay, that didn't happen. So why is the United Nations using you as this tool and you're allowing that to fucking happen for you to be speaking up and you're talking about, oh, the rights of education for women and girls, and it's just like no, because that's the fucking thing. I don't understand where the fuck y'all are coming from, because that doesn't make any fucking sense. Because as far as I've met fucking Muslim women, I've never met a single one that was fucking uneducated. So hold on. But I have seen a lot of rude fucking Muslim women. I'm talking about rude. It's just like, bitch, I thought you were oppressed by men. How are you being rude to a fucking man? And I'm not even being rude to you. I'm just simply existing and talking to you like any normal person would talk to you. Well, Beyonce supports that type of shit. You don't win by abusing the marginalized. You just don't do that. I'm sorry. That I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm sorry. I'm not sorry to her, because I loathe Beyonce. That bitch is so fucking obnoxious. I've seen so many interviews of her talking and it's just like, bitch, you are not talking. That's the thing. Did y'all ever see the interviews of Gaga? Gaga just goes, oh, she's like a fucking professor in a fucking university. That's what fucking artists should listen to. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Or listen to Marilyn Manson, what's coming out of his mouth. I mean, I will say this is the problem. They do mix their personal lives a lot into other matters, and it's just like, bitch, keep that away. Keep that away. You're officially a public figure, so why are you doing that? Do you understand what I'm talking about? You're not getting there. No, you're officially a public figure, and now you're starting to mix your personal life. And like the whole Rose McGowan shit, I was like, that's totally irrelevant. I can't even call that art. Rose McGowan showed up halfway naked at the red carpet, actually practically naked. She had her breast and titties and pussy and asshole hanging out. She was just wearing some chains over it. I was like, oh wow, that's so artistic. That is so artistic. Wow, what an artist. And wow, applause to the one who designed that outfit. Wow. Wow, that's so artistic. She showed up with her asshole, her tits, and her pussy hanging out. Wow, that is so artistic. I have never seen a pussy or an asshole or a fucking breast before. I've never seen that. And nobody has. Nobody fucking has. Because, you know, whenever you're born as a baby, and that's what I'm talking about, how feminism doesn't make sense. Because it's just like, feminism would work if the world were like this. The woman gives birth to the baby is kidnapped by the father and men, and the woman is left behind to rot. And that actually, that's never happened in the history of humanity. So what is this feminism bullshit about? It's about female rapists, you know, getting together with other female rapists, engaging in mob bullshit. Maybe that's why the founding fathers wrote the fucking documents and they didn't let women do that, because they already knew what women are about. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I know that's a generalization, but they already knew in general, collectively, in a sense, about what women are fucking about. They probably did meet a few women. There were probably a lot of women that supported them, because they were like, you know, and I've met those women before. Women that sit there and say, I would rather hang out with a man than a bitch. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I would rather hang out with a man than a trifling bitch trying to get me to strip myself out of my own individual freedom to go in and meet her bullshit desires of fighting random men just so that she can feel like she's done something. Like, it's like, really, at the end of the day, bitch, do you want to be a man? Are you jealous of men? Of the biology of men? Because now you're free to fucking go and take testosterone, and a lot of these bitches don't do that. Are you scared to be a man? That's what I'm trying to understand. Are you scared to be a man? You're not scared to abuse a man, but you're scared to be one? Okay, that doesn't make sense. I don't know how to describe it, but I listened to Lady Gaga music and I don't know, I guess it was the vibe. I don't know how to describe it. Like she would sing about females. For example, like that song, I wish that I could dance on a single prayer. I wish that I could be strong without somebody. Like that Shiza song. She was talking about if you're a strong female, you don't need permission, but like even I don't know how to describe it. It's like context heavy. Like she said strong female, but it still felt like she was talking about gay men as well. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because really a strong female bitch in 2000 something? No, there are no longer strong women. There are only abusive women. I'm just saying, sometimes I wish that Lady Gaga were that clever, that she were like Judge Judy, where Judge Judy sat there and said, you know what? I support women's rights, but I'm not a feminist. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I support women's rights, but I'm not a feminist. I support men's rights as well. I support human rights before I support women's rights. Because that's a collective experience. It acknowledges that everyone's a fucking individual and not every woman is experiencing the exact same fucking experience. So when you have these mobs getting together to attack boys, I remember being in school and getting fucking tortured and abused by fucking girls and women alike, because this is the thing. My mom lacks integrity with my dad. They got divorced and I will always hold that against them, because that is a lack of integrity. That is you fucking going and doing your own little fucking shit. And my mom will sit there and my mom always has to win. That's the thing. It's like you want to win. This isn't a matter of you being right. It's that you want to win because you know I'm fucking right. That's a lack of integrity. Getting married with someone and then divorcing them and then simultaneously not letting your child know too much information, because why? You don't want your child to defend themselves even further, to acknowledge what you did in the fucking past, because you're complicit with my fucking dad. Why the fuck did you go and get married with him and then get divorced and claiming it like, oh no, he was abusive towards me? And it's just like, no, y'all were abusive together, because y'all are both grown ass fucking people, grown adults. And never in my life did I ever see my mom pinned down on chains. My mom was always this free woman. I'm being so fucking serious. Since I was a fucking kid, my mom was doing her fucking thing. So I'm just saying, I've never seen my mom pin the fuck down, but my mom will try to fucking isolate the experience and make it seem like she's the only person who's ever gone divorced. And it's just like, no, there are millions and hundreds of millions like you. And that just shows a lack of integrity. That's just y'all being lacking integrity and treating love like it's a joke. Like there's no such thing as eternity. There's no such thing as eternal love. There's no such thing as a soulmate. That's what you're implying, that souls don't exist. That's what you're implying without having concrete evidence to prove that. So I will always, that's a spiritual violation, and I was spiritually violated, even psychologically and emotionally, when I was a fucking baby, by being raised around these types of fucking people. But also that extends out into the rest of the community because nobody held them accountable. That's when someone's getting divorced as a community, y'all should hold them accountable. And that's the problem here in the United States as well. The lack of community, the lack of fucking community. Like y'all can't be individuals and simultaneously have a community. It's so hyper individualistic that it's selfish. But I'm just saying Bad Bunny, like he's bullshit. I don't. That's the reason why I'm not even speaking about him too much, because it's just like this man is complete and utter stupidity. Like at least I will give Beyonce that. I'd be like, you're complex. You're a complex type of stupid. You're a sophisticated type of stupid. Bad Bunny is just like fucking stupid as stupid fucking comes. He's like Paris Hilton. He's actually, yeah, he is like Paris Hilton. He is like Paris Hilton. He's stupid as hell. His music sucks. It's horrible. He got a degree in audio-visual communications, but at the end of the day, it's like, no, you're getting into that surface level technical part to go and, you know what I'm talking about, surface level technical part to go and be a supposed, in quotes, artist. Nah, you just spewed that degree around and had some little stupid reggaeton songs. Reggaeton is probably one of the most abusive fucking genres. And next to rap, rap is disgusting, but there have been exceptions. For example, Brooke Candy, I mean, she has crossed into a line of abuse. But Cupcake has made it so absurd and over the top that I'm just saying she's made it so absurd and over the top that it's just like she can do that. She can rap. Now I'm talking about mostly, and yes, I will say that male rap. Male rap is very disgusting, technically very fucking disgusting. Very incongruous. I'm just saying, like, not in a funny way, but I'm talking about like incongruous, like they play, I don't know if you'll ever notice that, but in that rap industry, they're all about like, oh, respect, respect, respect. But it's just like, okay, but y'all don't respect homosexual men. Y'all don't respect homosexual men. If anything, and I have seen this consistently, before they respect homosexual men, they respect bisexual men and women. They have an order of people that they respect. They respect bisexual women. They speak about lesbians like lesbians are literally a fucking an object created for their sexual gratification, like some trophy to say that I turned the lesbian, I turned her to dick. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And it's coming from a fucking, it's not coming from a marginalized place. It's not like they're living in a world where every fucking most women are fucking lesbians and they're fantasizing, because it's just like it's hard to get, what I'm talking about, like a fucking like a romantic type of situation. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like something that's memorable. Do you understand? So they start fantasizing about it. And it's just like, you don't have to fantasize about that. There are plenty of women, and a lot of them are so, man, I'm just saying, so brutally disrespectful when it comes to sexual matters. Beyonce, thank you so much for being an example. I will thank you for that. I'll thank you for being a criminal so I can use you as an example of what's right and wrong. And Kamala Harris is full of fucking shit. Kamala Harris, I don't care if she's acting. I don't care. It's just like, bitch, you are a, look, every homosexual man has gone through this point, which I assume, where they have literally reached a point where they became misogynistic because they're like, okay, so I'm gay and I'm horny for this gay guy that's horny for me. But yet there are women all throughout our vicinity and we want some peace and quiet. And then a lot of these women have this idea of like, oh, you're my gay best friend. Or, oh, blah, 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 blah. And these women talk shit. I'm just fucking saying. So I'm pretty sure at some point, every gay man has had an experience where he said, you know what, I hate all fucking women, including my own fucking mom. Because I don't know, for me, I have like an existential moment where I was like grossed out. I was like, why as a gay man did I need a titty shoved into my fucking mouth? Why as a gay man did I ever have to fucking come out of a fucking pussy? Do you understand? Why did I even have, first of all, even if I came out of a man, that would still be disgusting. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So, God, it is so fucking hot out here. It's stupid ass fucking Puerto Rico. But yeah, Bad Bunny, like I've heard, I can't sit down and listen. It's so bad that I can't. There are some artists that are not artists. Sorry, I'm not using that word correctly. There are some people that claim to be artists that I have listened to, like their music or whatever the fuck that is, because it's not really music. Music by definition is something that's supposed to be sonically respectful and psychologically respectful, and this shit isn't fucking, it's not respectful, it's not even funny. But these people, they play this Bad Bunny music and it's just so disgusting. Like he's over there talking about like the veins on his dick and blah 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 and how he's hitting. That's the thing. It would be funny if he said it in this way, like the veins of my dick are so fucking rough that I leave this bitch with fucking scars and she's dead. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I killed her. Do you understand? Like literally, like, oh no, no, you know what I'm talking about? Like he's rapping about how big his dick is that he can no longer have sex. Do you understand what I'm talking about? He can no longer have sex because he's being chased by the police. Now that is great. That is fucking great. That's a fucking reason I would go to his show. I would go to his fucking show. I'd be like, oh, this is the man screaming about how massive his fucking cock is, that he's literally being chased down by the feds. Like he's a fucking running criminal. He's running because he's murdered women, varies, because at that point, you know, when your dick is so big and you've murdered 2 women, and he's going off about how he's practically created fucking femicide. He's the killer of all women. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Well, at that point, no, that's a little bit too far, because then he's making it seem like he's a fucking, you know, he can get any bitch regardless. No, there has to be a certain limit. But he explains himself like as this man that gets pussy and pussy and pussy. And do you understand what I'm talking about? That's consistently used as some form of like attack, even towards gay men, to try to make it seem like these men have more value over something gay men don't even fucking want. And I'm just telling you, as a man, you can only experience this as a man, not as a woman. A woman can only observe. And so many women have seen that, straight men abusing gay men just out openly and casually, and a lot of women are totally fine with it. And I'm not. I don't respect that. I don't fucking respect that. And I know I can name so many bitches because I hate when bitches want to be called women. It's just like, you have to behave like a woman. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you have to behave like a man. You have to behave like a woman. Like, you need to have, like, you know, mature qualities. You don't have mature qualities. Like, you're a fucking adult doing stuff that really, it's like you never grew out of kindergarten, because that's where that worked, in recess, where the girls would get together and say, oh no, girls with girls and boys with boys. And it's just like, wait, are y'all lesbians? Because this is the thing, whenever I was growing up, I will give my mom this, despite my mom not having much integrity, my mom was not fucking promoting some fucking sexist ass shit, talking about, oh, you're not allowed to don't hang out with girls, you know, only boys can hang out with you. No. So I went to school with that mentality, because really, where I was being raised, I didn't even know what the fuck sexism was. And I went to school, you know, thinking, it's not that I thought that everyone was the same, but I felt like regardless of whether you were a girl or a boy, you would still be about play. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you play like at recess and stuff. But sexism isn't a fucking game. It's not a fucking game. That's called discrimination. It's prejudicial. It's abusive. And really, I'm being serious. Like, while I was growing up, from elementary school, middle school, and high school, like, I didn't see girls getting oppressed. I saw it the complete opposite way. Like, girls were fighting, they were spewing so many insults, they would fight each other. So that's another thing. They would fight each other. That's the crazy part, where you're supposedly so anti-boy, but you're fighting other fucking bitches. So yes, I can't stand Beyonce, and I can't stand this Bad Bunny fucking piece of shit. Like, this shit is so fucking retarded. I'm being serious. Like, you're sitting here in Puerto Rico, walking around, and you just want peace. Like, I can't even go to the fucking mall without these ghetto ass fucking people. I started yelling at this fucking piece of shit today because he's so fucking disrespectful. And at the end of the day, I look at those types of people, and it's just like, this bastard is a Bad Bunny supporter. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, I look at these types of people, and I'm just like, you support him. You support him because you behave in that type. You have, even if you don't really listen to his music, you have that vibe of disrespect. Like, that's the thing about Bad Bunny. Like, he has such a vibe of disrespect. He doesn't even, like, do you understand what it is to engulf yourself in art for so fucking long that it just starts to become second nature? You know what I'm talking about? I guess Lady Gaga is one of those types of people. Well, he's not doing that. I'm sorry for me. I'm sorry for me. I'm so sorry, Louise. I'm so sorry that you have to experience this situation. But I'm just saying, like, him, I don't feel like he even cares about art. I'm being serious. Like, he cares about mainstream bullshit. Like, he doesn't care about art. Um, like, I wouldn't necessarily say that he broke the mold like fucking Lady Gaga did. Oh, people were like, oh, he dressed up as a drag queen and danced around. He supports the. Oh, he kissed a man on stage. Okay. Well, I'm a gay man and I've kissed a woman before. Do you understand what I'm talking about? No, I didn't like it. This was not a Katy Perry situation. One of them was theatrical. One kiss was a theatrical kiss. It was done for attention and for hysteria. The other one, and that woman was fully consenting as well. Actually, we were kids at that point. We were fucking kids, and we were just being fucking crazy at a fucking party. So, it caused hysteria. Of course, you can't say that because Paris Hilton's bitch ass or fucking Rose McGowan's bitch ass will be like, oh, you took advantage of her. And it's just like, not necessarily so, because if you looked at the context and the dynamics of those parties, these people weren't necessarily people that were easily taken advantage of. So I'm just fucking saying, I'm just saying, what else? No, because Rose McGowan would sit there and be like, oh, she was drunk. It's just like, but I was drunk too, so was everyone else at that fucking party. So that's what I'm fucking saying. Nobody was fucking at that fucking party. We're just having fun. And we talked about it and then we did it. So that's what I'm saying. So it was fully consensual. But I hate that word because that word sounds so stupid because it's been so overused by these bullshit feminists trying to fucking sit there and manipulate. Oprah Winfrey is another one of those types of fucking bitches, because this is the fucking thing. Yeah, you say something out in public, but when you're right, there should just be silence and acknowledgement. Because I'm being serious. Like, literally what Oprah Winfrey does, like, she'll sit there and she's trying to fucking make herself look like the rapist. I'm sorry, like the rape victim icon. Like, nobody has been raped like I have. Nobody. Y'all are all jealous. Every other rape victim wishes that they were me, so that they can run around with this badge. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, yeah, I've been raped, and I've been raped right now. I'm being fucking raped. I'm just saying, I've studied the word rape a lot. I have studied it and came to the conclusion that not only is it sexual, but it's a fucking outrageous violation. Like, it's an outrageous violation. And now when you start thinking about it, it's just like rape, whether it's sexual or whether it's verbal or whether, because it is in the dictionary. I'm sorry. I'm really fucking sorry. Y'all, you feminists really tried to distort the word of rape to try to make it seem like it. That's disgusting. That's called I think it's called neologism, where you create new words, or you try to distort words that already fucking existed to describe something and mix it up and make it your own little personal word so that you can manipulate people. Because you have to look at the chronology of the word of rape. That word comes from an outrageous violation. It's like murder. It's like stomping on a baby's face. It's like fucking stabbing your mother in the eyeball. Do you understand? For no reason. For no reason. Just for no fucking reason. No fucking reason other than I just felt like fucking doing it because no reason. I'm just saying no fucking reason. Like, oh, I felt like doing it because this girl in school, what do you call it? No, because Paris Hilton, I don't know, some stupid bullshit. Because I'm just saying, why would you stab your own mom? I mean, really, if your mom's abusive or some shit and she was trying to fucking kill you, then that's a different story. You were engaging in self-defense. But I'm talking about like, oh, she's asleep, she's been nothing but good to you, and you go and stab her in the eye? That's the fucking thing. That's a whole different story. And the only way it could be justified is if you're a little fucking kid and you're just fucking testing the waters. You understand what I'm talking about? And you're also fucking psycho, because what the fuck is that? But I'm just saying, hold on. Those are things that are rape. Like, those are things that are known as rape. Like stabbing your mom in the eye. And this is the thing, feminists have twisted. I was even talking to a gay guy about this the other fucking night. And I was talking to him about rape and stuff. And I was like, you know damn well, because I was talking to him about how like the whole Rose McGowan Harvey Weinstein thing was fake. And I was like, you know damn well, first of all, and I told him there's a video of one of these bitches sitting there and claiming, oh, you know, he raped me. You know, I have the video and blah, blah, blah. He was touching me. And I was like, okay, first of all, that's not rape. What he did at first is not like, it would be a different story. This is because I explicitly told him and he understood what I was talking about. He's like, yeah, that is actual rape. Because I told him, I described the difference between someone who is attracted to you and there is some type of situation. You have to look at the context. Because first of all, this is a grown woman. This is not a child. Now, if it were a child, Harvey Weinstein, that's a situation where you're just like, okay, he took advantage of a little girl that showed up and was waiting for her fucking parents, and he was reported touching her fucking pussy. Now, the thing is that that video that I saw, that webcam recorded video from that bitch that worked at that fucking tech company, really all he was doing was like rubbing her and her fucking, he was doing that. And really, at the end of the day, like, if you don't want it, just fucking walk out. Was he gonna murder you? No, because that's put that. First of all, people would have heard that, and number two, that's just wouldn't work. And Rose McGowan was over there lying, claiming that he had armed guards helping him rape. Nope. Look, street culture. This is what I'm talking about. Like, they're singing out loud. They're not singing in harmony. Do you understand what I'm talking? That's street culture, where you're running around and you're not singing in pitch. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And then they're throwing stuff. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That's street culture. That's what I'm talking about. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, they're not singing in pitch. There's no harmony. There's no chorus. Do you understand what I'm talking about? There isn't a chorus going on, and I don't understand why they're looking at me. That's street culture, when people are looking at you with no, kind of like loitering type of looking. You know what I'm talking about? No promises of pleasure. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Just letting them walk by. But anyway, he was rubbing her like this, and of course, because she's a bitch, because that's the thing. If it was already being recorded, and he didn't know about it. That's the crazy part, that he did not know he was being recorded. That is the crazy part, because she could have easily said, in a situation like that, as a grown woman, if you feel like you're in danger, you would definitely, if you're a grown woman, if you feel like you're in danger and you're about to get raped by a man, you know what you do? You say, "Oh, daddy, give me 1 second. I have to use I'm on my cycle, so give me a second. I'm gonna come right back. I need to use the bathroom, and I left my stuff in the car, so I'll be right back, daddy." Do you understand? That's the type of situation you leave the man. Do you understand? And then you run off. Do you understand? No, instead, this bitch, because that's the thing that doesn't make any fucking sense. It's just like, so you're an IT bitch with a whole degree, but you don't know how to fucking maneuver yourself out of a fucking situation. So you're telling me in your entire fucking life, you never sat there and faked a fucking sick day because you just felt fucking tired? You never sat there and said, "I'm sick. I don't want to go to school." You never did that in your entire fucking life. Even the valedictorians do that. So what she's saying is that she's never lied for one moment in her life. And everyone has lied at least once. It doesn't necessarily have to be a malicious lie. People have lied for self-defense. People have lied just to sleep longer. Do you understand? When they're tired as hell and they say, "Oh, please, like, my legs hurt." You know what I'm talking about? "I can't get up right now. My legs hurt." When really what you're saying is, "I'm tired. Leave me alone and let me sleep longer." But she could have done that. She could have fucking done that, because based on the way her attire, I mean, obviously I could tell by her attire that she was not dressed professionally. I'll just leave it right there. The whole context of the situation. Why were you in his studio apartment? That's what I'm trying to understand. Why are you in the studio apartment of a fucking man? And this is supposed to be like some, in quotes, professional situation for Miramax? No. So that's what I was telling him. I was telling this guy, because I remember me, and that's the context of it. Everyone fucking knows that on Grindr, that fucking place is filled. They call it a dating website. No, bitch, that is not a dating website. Okay, there is already a huge, heavy sexuality context within that. There's an air and sexual tension up in the air of that fucking app, like crazy. So there was this guy I met on there. In Huntsville, Texas, and this is, mind you, this is what I'm talking about these fucking lying ass fucking, what do you call it? False rape accusation type of fucking people. First of all, let me tell you about the context of the situation. This man, literally, that's a man. It was not a little boy. It was a fucking grown ass fucking man. We were both 19, so let's just fucking keep it real. Number two, this man was significantly heavier than I was, so that's the crazy part. I don't understand how people that have the momentum to literally, all he had to do was just fucking roll over and just literally, like, he didn't have to hold me down. All he had to do was roll over. This man was pretty fucking fat. He was huge, so I'm just fucking saying, this guy weighed maybe possibly around 200 pounds. I weighed like, what, 140? So I don't think I was really going, if I was really raping this guy, I don't think that would have even been the fucking case. Like, number two, that's not even like, that's the fucking thing. I did not go on Grindr. First of all, if I wanted to, like, if I really wanted to rape a fucking guy, I would fucking find the guy that is literally because that it's just rape. Do you understand what I'm talking about? At that point, it's not that you're really into them. I found him cute. That was literally the only, I really, like, I wanted to have sex with him. But this was nothing about fucking rape. This was nothing about fucking rape. First of all, let me tell you about the context. We spoke. I didn't tell him anything about, oh, this is going to be some romantic date. It should have already, because it's the context. This guy, like, where are you coming from? That's like going on Scruff and talking about, I really had no idea that we could have potentially had sex tonight. I thought Scruff was just like, I know that all of these fucking profiles, guys have their fucking tits out, they have their fucking, their fucking pecs out in the fucking open, everyone's halfway fucking naked. You message someone and they're over there talking about, oh, are you a top or a bottom? You're clicking on profiles and everyone either says top or bottom. And it's just like, no. And then no. So anyway, but I wasn't being aggressive towards him or anything, but let me give you the context of what fucking happened. I walked and we were literally out in the fucking middle of fucking nowhere in Huntsville, Texas, and mind you, highways that never fucking end. Sometimes cars won't even go through there. Who knows what Texas Chainsaw Massacre is lurking in the fucking forest, and we're walking next to those deep ass fucking forests. And then we eventually ended up seeing each other. I'm telling you, like, I walked for like 3 hours, he walked for like 3 hours. We literally walked like a long fucking time, and then we met up. And then this is the other context. It's just like, I was telling him, like, when we get there, like, my friend has it, because I was there with my friends and shit, and that's a whole lesbian. So she, like, really at the end of the day, she wouldn't give. So anyway, and then there were other people there. So that's the thing, and none of those people really. I mean, I would say she is kind of harmful, but I mean, in the realm of robbing people, like, that bitch robs people, but I wouldn't necessarily say she rapes people. I don't know anything about her raping anyone. She's more of a shoplifting type of bitch that will show up at someone's house and, like, rob them of their clothes or some shit. Do you understand? Or take, like, their PlayStation. That's the type of bitch that she is. But as far as, like, sexual assault, I would not put her in that realm. But anyway, so we went to that tent, and it's just like, I don't understand what context you're getting out of this, because we walked this far. Number two, we ended up getting picked up by a fucking gay guy, because we were walking and some gay guy just stopped by and he was trying to get us to have a fucking threesome with him, and we're just like, no, like, this is just between us, blah 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 blah. And it's just like, how did he not understand the context of the whole situation? Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? How did you not understand the context? So anyway, we go in that tent and then we lay down, and that's the thing. That's what I don't understand about what he, like, I don't understand where his mind was at. Because it's just like, okay, so we're in a tent and we're laying down right next to each other. So what do you think we're about to do? Do you think we're just gonna go to sleep? Because there was no mention. I never mentioned, oh, we're gonna go there and we're gonna fall asleep in the tent. I'm sleepy. Do you understand what I'm talking about? No, there was no mention of that. So anyway, I'm laying next to him and I start cuddling him, and at first he don't give a fuck, but then I'm like, I'm rubbing him and shit, just, romantic, whatever the fuck you can call it, whatever the fuck you want to fucking call it. And yeah, I'm over here caressing him, and like, I start reaching down, and then he says no, and I was like, okay, do you want to go inside? Like, it was literally that. I'm being so fucking serious. It was literally that. Number two, it would have been very hard to rape this fucking guy because you need lube. And we didn't even fucking have lube, so I'm just fucking saying that would have been very hard. It would have been extremely fucking hard to fucking, I'm just saying, would have been very hard. But the thing is, later on during that day, we're just hanging out. I kissed him, he kissed me, and we're just hanging out. Like, there was nothing, I didn't feel anything wrong about it. We were right in front of these fucking lesbians. There was, like, all these dykes in that fucking house, but they weren't fucking. We're just hanging out, we're smoking weed, we're just hanging out. He didn't smoke weed. He was like, I don't want to smoke, I don't smoke. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I didn't force weed upon him. I wasn't fucking grabbing a blunt and shoving it into his fucking mouth and saying, suck it. No, I didn't do that. So, anyway, so we hung out for like a few hours, maybe up until like midday, like maybe about 1 p.m., 2 p.m. I don't know, maybe it was 5 p.m. I don't really remember, but we're just chilling. We're hanging out. We're watching TV. We're smoking. I was making some art on my laptop. I was showing him some of my art. He was like, oh, I like it, blah, blah, blah. And everything was so normal. I was like, I was not thinking anything like, there was no thought in my head about me thinking, oh, this is rape. Anyway, so this guy, while we're leaving, like we're driving him back to his house, which was literally like fucking 10 plus miles away, because this is Texas. This is like a normal ass fucking drive. So he tells my friend while we're at the fucking gas station, because we were getting some drinks, and he walks over to her and tells her that I raped him in the fucking tent. Girl, I want to fucking grab a picture of this guy. I want to go back to the history of Grindr and grab the picture of and his weight so that you can tell. I'm just fucking saying, because for someone, listen to the context of this, for someone to feel, I guess you could call it audacious enough to walk around at nighttime like that at fucking midnight, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, in the middle of some highway like that, where cars are fucking speeding 120 miles per hour in Texas. But then you can't magically, because that's the crazy part. So what if somebody on the side of the highway decided to kidnap you or kill you or run you over? That didn't cross your mind? But now, for some strange reason in the tent, the evil, of course, because I'm starting to think, I kind of have like some vibes that he could be, I don't think he realizes it, but he could be. You know what I'm talking about? You know how people are racist, but they don't realize that they're racist? So I think that might be the case, because he probably saw me, I told him I'm Puerto Rican, blah, blah, blah. You know, I told him about myself. I wasn't fucking making shit up. I told him about like what my life was about. And so I'm just saying, like, I don't know, I feel like he felt comfortable saying that shit because obviously, like, you know, I had an afro back then. I looked fucking black as fuck. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So I don't know, maybe he thought like, oh, they'll definitely believe me. Do you understand what I'm talking about? But that shit, I'm just putting that out there because that shit was wildly disrespectful. But my friend told me that while we were in the back seat and we were dropping him off, and I was like, bitch, I'm just saying, because it's just like, how do you weigh like 230 pounds and you're next to a guy that's half your body size, and you can't, because he was literally, I'm telling you, while I was hugging him, while I was cuddling him, I had to literally lift my whole arm up. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because this wasn't no skinny ass little boy. Do you understand what I'm talking about? This was a grown ass big fucking man. Do you understand what I'm talking about? But of course, that's what I'm saying. Like, Rose McGowan is one of those types of people who will try to twist it around and be like, oh, so you did rape him because there was no consent of him cuddling and touching, blah, blah. It's like, bitch, that's what I was telling this gay guy that I was with the other fucking night. I was like, there's a big difference between, because I was talking about the whole Harvey Weinstein shit, and I was like, that shit's fake, because when you hear the stories coming from these bitches, it feels so much more manipulative than fucking factual, because it's fake. Because I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, like, I'm just saying, like, it just makes no sense for you to be a whole fucking man and you're that fucking big and you're trying to imply that because I didn't have lube, and my lesbian friend knows that. She knows damn well she knows damn well I didn't. I'm just fucking, she already knows me. She already knows damn well how broke I was. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I wasn't carrying around fucking lube. The fuck? I didn't even fucking have the money to fucking afford it at that fucking time. I had money to afford cigarettes. I bought cigarettes. But lube, I couldn't. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I was telling this gay guy this the other night. I was like, you know, there's a big difference between caressing someone, and like, I was telling him, like, yeah, that guy said no, and I just backed off because this was not a situation. Like, I have no interest in having sex with someone that's telling me no. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, that is no. No. I have no interest of being on top of a man and he's saying no, and I'm Still fucking going. No, it's just because it's just incongruous. It's not, it's no longer sexual. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Then it's one-sided. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And anyway, so yeah, I was telling him that like there's a big difference between pinning someone down, you know, holding their mouth down and raping them. And really at the end of the day, I can't get turned on. I just can't. I can't get turned on. I'm sorry. Like I can't. I'm not even like that. Anyone who's ever, any man who's ever had sex with me knows damn well that I can't. Like I have never choked a man. I have never placed my hand over a man's fucking mouth to prevent him from fucking saying words. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So that's what I'm fucking saying. Like that doesn't even make any fucking sense. That's what I'm fucking saying. And you look at his fucking stature and it's just like all he had to do, it was so simple. All he had to do was roll over. And he could have killed me. He could have suffocated me. So do you understand what I'm talking about? The dynamics. It's kind of like Godzilla running around and saying, oh, that puny little human right there raped me. I'm just saying, but like, do you understand what I'm talking about? The context of it, where this guy is willing to fucking walk that fucking far, fearlessly so, but then when we're in a tent right in front of, you know, right in a safe place with cars, because there was nobody else picking us up except that one gay guy that wanted to have a fucking threesome with us. Hold on. You know, and there was also, her aunt was there, and that woman's like significantly older. She was like fucking, what do you call it? I'm just saying, like, she's the type of person to drive you home immediately, as opposed to, you know, like, we're just 19 hanging out type shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's a different story when you're just like, you know, you're just like, hold on, like, wait like an hour or two. Like, you know, I need gas money. You know, something like that. Like, we're 19, talking about, you know, I need gas money to fucking, give me 1 second while my friend brings me gas money, as opposed to her aunt, who was like, you know, obviously like that was her aunt's house we were at. And her aunt, I mean, her aunt smokes weed, whatever. So I'm just saying, we're just smoking, we're chilling. Hold on. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, like, that was not an unsafe situation. He could have just told the aunt, hey, can you drive me home? And he didn't do that. He was totally just fucking sitting there just fine. I'm just saying, like, if you felt in danger, first of all, he would have bursted out crying. I'm just fucking saying, because when you're in a situation like that where you can't control it, it's just like, he was totally fine. I'm just saying, like, that shit, I will sue that fucking man unless he was joking, which I don't even think that was even a good joke. I'd be like, okay, that was retarded, because the context of it. So you're telling me that you, like, it's so much more dangerous to walk 11 miles in the middle of fucking nowhere in fucking Huntsville, in fucking Texas, in East fucking Texas, in the middle of all these fucking forests where they fucking make movies about serial killers going through those fucking highways and kidnapping people, than being in front of a fucking house where you could have screamed because they would have heard you. We're literally right in front of the fucking house. The trailer, I mean. The fuck? That is so fucking messy. I swear to fucking God. Like, I could understand, yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, it would be a lot more drastic if, like, a man that was actually smaller than me said that. Okay, at that point, I'd be like, bitch, now we're really, do you want to throw hands? Because I will throw hands at that fucking point. At that point, I was like, I don't know if this could be too believable, because that was a bit absurd. I was like, do you see yourself? Do you see yourself? And do you see the context of this whole situation? Do you see the context? You literally walked and then you accepted a ride from some gay. You were not scared of this random gay guy that you have never met in your entire fucking life. And we're sitting in his fucking car. We don't know where the fuck he's gonna fucking take us. Thankfully, he took us to the fucking house. But this guy was trying to have a fucking threesome with us. And you were not scared of that. You're not scared of that, but then when we go into I caress you, we're cuddling, and then I start going down, and when I start going down, you're like, no. And I was like, okay, the fuck? Like, I'm being serious like that. I'm being so fucking serious, and that's why I wish take-ons were fucking real, because I need, okay, first of all, I need some fucking, what do you call it? Like, time travel. You know what I'm talking about? Time travel to assess criminals. Like, hold on. time travel to assess criminals. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because a lot of criminals don't like, they lie, they make up stuff, and there's no tachyon. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The tachyon particles that can travel back in time or whatever, proving that there is a sense of fucking time travel, because that's the only way you're going to be able to perceive, I guess, through clairvoyance, perceive what fucking happened. Because I'm being so fucking serious. I will tell you this, my life has been made up of a whole bunch of fucking abusive ass fucking false accusations coming from fucking adults when I was a fucking child. Oh my fucking god, hold on. Coming as a, because I remember being a child and I would open my fucking mouth, and they would call me a tattletale. They'd call me a snitch, and it's just like, why are you fucking, okay, first of all, that's incriminating yourself, because why the fuck are you calling me a snitch? No, you're calling me a snitch in front of the fucking person, the authority figure? No, that's not, no. But I was mentioning that because that gay guy, I'm so happy that that gay guy understood where I was coming from, because I told him real rape is really when you're like fucking violently holding someone, pinning them the fuck down. They're screaming for you to get the fuck off of them. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The context, there was never even sexual tension in the air. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you understand? Like, there was never any sexual tension in the air. There was never any previous talks about sex. There was no body language that indicated that. And then out of fucking nowhere, you jump on that fucking person, you pin them the fuck down. And really, truly, at the end of the day, it has to be someone who is of less size than you. You have to have more force than they do. I'm being serious, because I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to rape a fucking big ass fucking, you can't rape Noel Diesel. Do you understand? Noel Diesel, you can't rape him unless you're fucking like 700 pounds. I'm sorry, it's just impossible. It is impossible to fucking rape Noel Diesel. Hold on. It is impossible to rape that man. I'm sorry. He's massive. He's like 6'5", weighs like 300 fucking pounds. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You just can't. It's impossible. Unless you're a fucking giant, like unless you're Godzilla. You have to be, that's the whole point. Like, you have to overpower them. You have to overpower them. That's the whole fucking point. Maybe even to the point, really, truly, and honestly, to the point that they feel scared to say anything about it, which is that situation when, yeah, like the whole thing about fucking Harvey Weinstein, like, one could argue and say, yeah, these people felt scared because this man was so powerful. But when you look at this situation, it's just like, those bitches were powerful too. What the fuck are they even fucking talking about? Hold on. I'm just saying, Bad Bunny is one of those types of people. Hold on. Give me 1 second. This stupid ass song. I'm just saying, context. Context fucking matters. Context matters. That dog. Super fucking loud. Context is so important. And by the way, Korean is a very high context language. I'm just saying. Context matters. Like the whole atmosphere of the whole place, the chronology, the events, the atmosphere of the place. I'm just saying. Number two, it's like, what were you thinking? It was literally summer, dude. We were sweaty as fuck in a tent. You really thought we were about to sleep in there? Girl, bye. The fuck? So silly. You really think we were about to sleep? Like, I'm just fucking saying. Like, what did you... It was fucking hot as hell, and I did tell him we can go inside if you want to. And he was totally fine with going in the fucking tent. The fuck? God. I'm just saying, because Oprah Winfrey, and yes, you can legally sue her, but Oprah Winfrey's a fucking bitch. Thank God Monique called her out on that, because I don't respect what Oprah Winfrey did with Monique. Like, she took a fucking sensitive situation and, you know, just fucking jumped right into it. Because apparently, like, Monique's brother molested her or some shit. And he showed up talking about how Monique molested him or some shit. And Oprah, you know, Oprah loves that stupid shit. Hold on. Oprah's a really bad person. I'm just saying, she's a fucking horrifying fucking person. Like, she takes advantage of people in vulnerable situations. Like, you know, like sensitive situations. Like, for example, like she'll bring a rape victim on her show and, you know, like, it's like smearing them, but yet she tries to make it seem like she's uplifting them. She's really doing that for her own cause, so that people buy her bullshit magazines and all that dumb shit. So that she can sit there and be like Oprah's favorite things. It's like, bitch, you are such a selfish, arrogant fucking tyrant. But Monique called her a bitch, a trifling bitch, and I was like, yeah, that's true. And then I heard something about she only got paid $50,000 for Precious. I was like, look, Precious was a funny movie because it was so absurd, because that's not how rape works, where everyone knows about it and nobody does anything about it. And number two, that was Harlem in 1987. This was not fucking the plantation of Mississippi in fucking 1792. This was Harlem. The fuck? Sapphire really tried to manipulate people into thinking, because if you read that book, Push, they mentioned it so clearly at the very first few pages of the fucking book that everyone in the entire tenement building, even the police, the fucking firefighters, the fucking ambulance, everyone knew that Precious was consistently being raped by her dad non-fucking stop, and nobody did anything about it. Because, oh, Precious wouldn't speak up for herself. It's like, that's a child, that's a minor. So that movie was just the mere fact that that absurdity was a thing, like, made it funny. That's why people were laughing at that fucking movie in the fucking movie theaters. And the incongruity of Monique calling Precious fat when she's fat, like, that shit is funny. You fat fucking bitch. How fucking wow, you stole my... That's the crazier part, where it's like, this is the thing, like, the context, that's the whole thing about that movie. It's a context heavy movie. Like, you can't listen to what's being said, you have to listen to the context of the whole thing, where this woman, who for some strange reason has social workers going in and out of her fucking house, and she knows, that's the thing, because Precious's mom knows how to read, because you can't be on welfare if you don't know how to fucking read. I'm sorry, because you have to file hella fucking paperwork. And then Monique, that's another thing that was funny, like the interviews, Monique was talking about, oh, well, Mary Jones is a very mentally ill woman. And I was like, no, that mental illness is a completely different thing. Like, you're telling me this bitch organizes herself? Like, the house wasn't dirty. if you looked at Precious's house, it's like, it's so strange. Yeah, like you could say it was a bit cluttered, kind of poor, like they didn't have fancy furniture off the ass, but the house wasn't fucking filthy. Like it wasn't, I guess you could say like a schizophrenic's fucking hoarder's house. You know what I'm talking about? And there's just shit on the floor. There's cat shit all over the fucking place. Poop and piss and vomit all over the fucking floor and blood. No, the house was fairly clean. They had pottery. That's what I'm saying. The context of the movie is what makes it funny. They had pottery in the fucking house. They had pans. They had dishes set up. Do you understand what that's the thing that didn't make sense, because it's just like she's so mentally ill, yet she's very organized. That's something that doesn't add up to me. She's so mentally ill, but yet she's very organized. That's just something that just never added up to me. She had fine glasses. That's another thing that I was trying to piece together, because it's just like, why does she have like it's not like she only eats out of paper plates and paper cups. No, she had fine glasses, and the one that she threw at Precious, she had a fucking plant that she was caring for and watering. She had plants that she was caring for and watering. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, she was so mentally ill, but yet she had a fucking house set up. That's what I'm trying to understand. And then the fact, because those questions do get asked to the fucking kids, and there's a considerable amount of concern if a fucking 15-year-old is fucking having 2 kids and nobody knows who the father is. So that is a huge red flag. The girl isn't stating who the father is. That's a huge red flag, like in the welfare system, and they want to claim, oh no, she was black, so they didn't care about her. It's like, no, 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 no. You're telling me these social workers went and got their degrees and everything? They spent so much time in fucking school just so that whenever they get the job, they're like, oh well, another big black obese rape victim. Bye. No, that's not, no, that's, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. It never worked like that in 1987 in East Harlem or fucking Harlem in general. That never worked like that, because if they're willing to give you a house, then they're willing to care about other factors. The fuck? And then Precious, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to look at the context of the whole situation, because this is what I'm telling you. Like, look at the context regarding Rose McGowan. Rose McGowan is an abuser. She's a false rape. She falsely accuses men of raping her, because the whole Harvey Weinstein thing, when she said, oh, he pinned me down and performed oral sex on me, but she didn't get into details. She didn't say, oh, he didn't pin me down, he got on top of me, put his dick on my face, I was suffocating, and he had his whole weight on me, and then he was eating out my pussy. No, she just said, oh, he performed oral sex on me at the edge of the jacuzzi or whatever. Something about the edge of the hot tub. So wait, what I'm getting in my head is that Harvey is sitting there. First of all, that's what I'm trying to understand. I think he got naked. Because if he was in the tub and he was eating your pussy out, you waited for him to get fucking naked. That's the fucking thing. That you had enough time to run out that fucking door while he was fucking taking his clothes off. You could have ran while he was in the middle of taking his fucking pants off, because he would have fallen over. And she said, oh, he performed oral sex on me at the edge of the bathtub, and I just froze. And it's just like, I don't know, that's what people do when they're enjoying it. They sit there and they freeze and they let it happen. You froze? You didn't fumble? And she's so loud and aggressive? That's what I'm saying. Like, this bitch was talking about how she hung out with drag queens while growing up. It's just like, I've never met a drag queen that wasn't loud or fucking aggressive. And you're telling me these were your fucking influences as a fucking kid? And you're telling me, oh, no. And I was just a 19-year-old girl. It's like, no, you were a 19-year-old woman. In Spanish is 19, which literally just means 10 and 9, not 19. Because in America, y'all try to fucking make it seem like she's a teenager because the word says 19. Legally, she's a fucking adult. Obviously, at a fucking position like that, you're fucking working with Miramax? No, 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 no. Nope. It would have been a different story if she was like, oh, like this was like a shady business, you know what I'm talking about? Like a very shady ass fucking business where they said, oh, like we're artists, but then you start looking deeper into that and it's just like, ain't nobody creating art in here, the fuck? They put a portrait, they took some pictures of the guys and they're like this. And then like you look deeper into it and it's just like that's just the guys and they're just fucking sucking pussy. Like nobody's making art here. It just looks like because they wore some fancy clothes or some shit for the picture. But that's why I can't stand her, because she's like socially incorrect. One could call her socially awkward, because that's very awkward to sit there and just claim that someone raped you when they didn't fucking rape you. That's very awkward. Like, that's very awkward. But she has the standing of false rape accusators, people that love to do that, like feminists. And make rape look like it's a simple caressing of the shoulder or cuddle. Because you came over and y'all met at a fucking hookup ass fucking website, an app for hooking up. That, you know, and surface it looks like, oh, it's for dating, bitch. I remember one time. Let me tell you how much of a dating website app it is. I remember I met one guy who was significantly older than me, so I could pull the Rose McGowan shit and be like, oh, he was so older than me and took advantage of me. He was 50 and I was just barely 19, because really that's what it was. And I could have said he was a rich man, because he fucking had a big ass fucking $800,000 fucking house in fucking Houston. So I could say, oh no, he was a rich man. No, actually I enjoyed the experience. So I'm just saying. But what I didn't enjoy is the fact that he didn't fucking call me again. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That pissed me off. But the other stuff now, that it was okay. That's so typical of fucking Grindr. They just have one night stands and then they never talk to you again. But that guy, that's the other crazy part. I ended up following, he gave me his Instagram. I'm like, why are you giving your supposed rapist your fucking Instagram account? That's the other fucking part. I followed him on fucking Instagram and we talked on fucking Instagram after the fact. Man, I forgot about all of that. This was literally, I swear to God, this was like back in 2012, around there, 2012, 2013. I mean, we didn't talk like crazy. I mean, we did talk here and there. Like, I'd be like, what are you doing or how are you doing? You know what I'm talking about? But not no fucking, y'all can go through the fucking messages. I'm so happy that those things get fucking saved, because you can go through the fucking messages. There was no such thing as me saying, you better not fucking tell anyone, you motherfucker, I got a fucking gun. You know what I'm talking about? I got a fucking gun. You tell anyone, it's over for you. No, I was just like, how are you? Oh no, I'm just chilling over here at my house in Spring. Oh, that's cool, blah, blah, blah. We had like 2 or 3 conversations after that, and that was about it. Like, because, you know, of course, he went on with his life. I went on with my life. Like, I'm over here in fucking Spring. That shit is fucking, like, what, almost 2 hours away from that fucking place? And I didn't have a car, because Houston, Texas is fucking evil. Houston, Texas doesn't have, like, it's not Sweden where you can just go, because I would have visited him again if he wasn't fucking crazy. I mean, I thought he was cute, but now this is a whole different fucking story. So I'm just saying, no, I'm just saying, because I'm not lying. You can literally, like, I will literally call Mark Zuckerberg, but after I whoop his ass, because that's the thing. Like, I would whoop his ass for censorship and all this dumb bullshit, and him, because he's a fucking messy ass motherfucker. He is a messy ass motherfucker. I would have to call Kevin, the one who invented Instagram, because I think at that time, Instagram wasn't owned by Mark Zuckerberg. It was owned by that account, @Kevin. I don't know, but that guy hangs out with those types of people, so I wouldn't trust him either. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, the messages are there. But given how corrupt Mark Zuckerberg is, and y'all have seen that, this man has been dragged left and right by fucking Congress. So it's not fair to claim that someone is always going to do something illegal just because they already do illegal stuff, but the chances are significantly higher than someone who isn't. So I'm just saying, because I'm just saying Mark Zuckerberg is really the type of person to tamper with evidence. Obviously, he's done that. I mean, he got outed. But I'm just saying, I can't, first of all, that account got permanently banned. Why? Because I was calling out people online for being fucking abusive. Simple as that. It was that fucking simple. I'm being so serious that Naomi Campbell followed that fucking account, and Naomi Campbell is my fucking witness. So I'm just fucking saying. And now I know Naomi Campbell, at the end of the day, I feel like Naomi Campbell would whoop Mark Zuckerberg's ass, and just to do it, she'd just be like, I just really don't like you. honestly, I really just don't fucking like you. You're just so fucking obnoxious. You're taking up my space, my fucking space. And I'm talking about my space literally, and my space, the good social network where people could post art. People did have more freedom until you fucking came up and ruined everything. Like I could really see Naomi Campbell whooping his ass for matters that have nothing to do with me. Because Mark Zuckerberg is such a fucking shady ass, petty ass. He's so petty. He's such a frivolous fucking person. He's so petty. He acts like a fucking czar. Like he fucking like bitch, Facebook is so retarded. If y'all ever fucking got on MySpace, girl, I'm telling you, MySpace had a culture. It had a whole fucking culture. Facebook, there's no culture in Facebook. That shit is so stupid. You don't even have freedom on Facebook. You can't even add more than 5,000 people. You can't add more than 5,000 people. What else? You can't create like a portfolio of your art like you could on MySpace. Like you can in a sense, but it doesn't work the same way. Like it's structured in a way that keeps it kind of hidden. Do you understand what I'm talking about? For example, Noritaka Takehana, he made those fucking platform shoes for Lady Gaga, and I follow him on fucking Facebook, and he's a whole fucking artist. He fucking posts his works and all that, and the way it's structured, it's just like you click on his page, and there isn't like he can't set up the HTML to bring his works out in a fucking formatted way that's very professional. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Facebook structures it in a way where you have to literally scroll down and scroll down and scroll down, and there's all these fucking ads and all this dumb shit, and you're scrolling down and scrolling down and scrolling down and scrolling down, and it just feels like a personal like a personal account as opposed to like a professional artist account. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Very disrespectful. I don't like him. Mark Zuckerberg ruined a lot of like professionalism. I'm just saying, with his fucking arrogance. He's such an arrogant person, and then running around with that Priscilla Chain bitch. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about that damn fucking Asian Chinese bitch. Y'all over here, he's over there talking about I speak Mandarin now. Bitch, nobody in the entire fucking world gives a fuck that you fucking speak Mandarin. Nobody, not even Chinese people. Like, nobody cares. The only people who fucking care are nobodies. I'm being fucking serious, because why would you care? Number one, this man is so arrogant. He's so arrogant. He's not learning Chinese because he wants to go to China and speak to everyone in fucking Mandarin. No, he's learning Chinese to fucking social status. To be like, oh, I speak Mandarin and you don't. But it's just like, but do you speak Cantonese? Do you speak Shanghainese? Oh, okay. No, you're sticking to the mainstream to have some type of manipulative power. You're not being a genuine person. Fucking stupid ass. I hate Mark Zuckerberg. I will always hate him. I remember this is the difference between Tom from MySpace. Tom never did this to anyone. Tom, his profile picture was never this, but one of the first pictures I ever saw of Mark Zuckerberg was him doing this. Complete lack of professionality and respect for the public. Oh, and then you heard he did technically. He's not the creator of social media. Let's leave it right there. MySpace existed before Mark Zuckerberg, and MySpace, I'm just telling you, it had a culture. You clicked on profiles and they had music playing. You got a sense of who that person is. You got a sense of who they are. Facebook like strips individuality. I'm being serious. You could tweak your profile, based on your emotions, whatever you're feeling. You know what I'm talking about? You could go on there. It was fun. MySpace was fun. But I can really see Naomi Campbell whooping his ass. Talking about, this has nothing to do between he and I. This has something to do with y'all. Fuck you! I can really see Naomi Campbell jumping on fucking Mark Zuckerberg and whooping his fucking ass. She really would say that. She'd be like, you do realize that you have fucked with the fucking art industry and the fashion industry. You do realize that, right? I can really see her doing that. I'm being so serious, because he really fucking has. With that fucking Facebook shit, because everyone, I'm telling you, like, everyone ran to Facebook and it ruined everything. It ruined fucking everything. Because for example, let's say Naomi Campbell, let's say MySpace stayed alive. If it were still alive today, we would have clicked on Naomi Campbell's profile. I'm just giving you an example. Naomi Campbell could tweak it however the fuck she wants. It would be like her own personal website. You would click, she would have her favorite song playing at the time. You get a sense of who she is. Now you go on fucking MySpace or Twitter or fucking whatever. It's like, it's so, it's like you're being constricted by the HTML that they created. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I just really don't think, really at the end of the day, I don't think Naomi Campbell is fucking obsessed with Mark Zuckerberg. I don't really think she likes him. I think maybe at the end of the day, she might be pressured to not say anything about him. But I really don't think deep down inside that she really fucking likes him. I'm just saying, based on her character, because she's a very like pro-justice person, I really don't think that she supports his ass. Because he's just really like this arrogant little. He needs to be belittled. He needs to be belittled. He's an arrogant little fucking guy from fucking Dobbs Ferry. Like, that's it. He went to Harvard. He thinks he's the fucking biggest fucking thing to have ever existed because he fucking went to Harvard. Bitch, do you realize how many fucking people have been to Harvard? Harvard is no longer a thing. It's no longer a thing. This isn't the 1600s. If it was the 1600s and you went to Harvard, it'd be like, wow. No, this is the fucking 2000s with these arrogant little fucking rich fucks going to fucking Harvard because they knew so and so. They're not getting in there because they're smart. Because if you were smart, you wouldn't be disrespectful. That's the thing about Mark Zuckerberg. If you were smart, you would be tactful. For some strange reason, you wouldn't be bothering anyone. I'm just saying, tactful people are smart people. They manage to not offend anyone. And if you're offending Mark Zuckerberg, that's called you being tactful because he's disrespectful as fuck. I'm being serious. And Priscilla Chan's fucking bitch who called for you ass. You know what I'm talking about? Like, nobody called for you, Priscilla. Nobody gives a fuck that you went to Harvard and got an engineering degree. You are not fit for the fucking public. You are not a legitimate public figure. I'm so sorry because you actually, I'm sorry to myself. You're arrogant. Like, you remind me of like people in New York City that like come from Hong Kong or fucking Beijing or Shanghai and they live in a penthouse and they don't know anything. They don't know what it's like to fucking suffer. Like, their parents are rich. That's who you remind me of. That's because that's who you are. And those are the people you mingle with. And you have to win. That's the problem with y'all. You aren't people that someone could just have a casual conversation with. No, you're always in this mindset of winning, of needing to win. You even tried to manipulate the public into pulling that whole Zuckerberg chain foundation to make people believe that you're such a philanthropist because you're donating all of your money. It's like, no, you realize that you have enough money to live in luxury regardless of how much money you donate, and you're trying to manipulate people into thinking that you're doing the good thing. No, at the end of the day, you don't really care, because even if, just by your character, Mark Zuckerberg, because when I was younger, I guess, you know, one could imply that the younger you are, the less likelier you are to have diseases like that. And he's over there talking about, oh, we're making this foundation to eradicate all diseases and shit. And it's just like, no, that's the thing about you, Mark Zuckerberg. Like, you're a fucking disease because you lack tact. You don't have tact. You're disrespectful as fuck. So let's just say you made everyone immortal, you would still be disrespectful as fuck. That's what I'm saying. He's one of the, you know, the Postal Service, that song, they will see us waving from such great heights, come down now. They'll say that everything looks perfect from far away, come down now, but we'll stay. That's fucking Mark Zuckerberg. He's waving from the fucking satellite. We're all immortal, but capitalism is still fucking real. We still have to fucking die just to get to that fucking satellite. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That's the type of person he is. He's a fucking piece of shit. He doesn't respect people. He only goes, let's be real, he only goes around safe spaces. He doesn't go to places where, you know, he could be called out legitimately. The whole thing about Congress, Do you understand what I'm talking about? Congress, like, that was a fucking mandatory fucking order, and he tried to play it. You remember when he was like, the senator asked him, like, okay, first of all, it doesn't matter if they don't know what tech is or isn't. That's still the fucking, that's the same government you took advantage of to, to, because you're in America. You didn't fucking take advantage of the Indian government. No, you're a fucking American, and you're over there with that snide ass, fucking smirking ass, little fucking ugly ass, little fucking face of yours talking about Senator rerun ads. First of all, that's not a flex because everyone hates ads, so that's not a flex. What you're practically saying is people are my pawns, and that's how I make money. And these stupid ass people behind him laughing, those complicit little fucking fucks. That little stupid, do y'all remember the blonde bitch that was sitting next to him? The stupid blonde bitch? That he said, Senator, rerun ads. And she was like, I just don't see the comedy in it. I don't see the comedy in it. Like, if Precious, if Gabori Sidibe and Lovely Peaches were sitting right next to each other, and Congress asked them, so how are you running this website? And they looked at each other and they said, we run ads. Now that would be fucking hysterically fun. Now that's a thing that would cause roaring laughter. Now when Mark Zuckerberg said that, it was more like, oh no, you're not part of the people. You're just like a fucking arrogant little piece of fucking shit hanging out with these little fucking multimillionaires that are just like, haha, we see people as pawns. And I look at his Facebook, and that's the fucking thing, because he feels like he's above commentary, because he gets so many fucking comments, he gets so many fucking likes, but he's such an arrogant person that he doesn't go through all of them. And I actually did go through a significant amount of his comments, and I was like, all that matters is context. You can tell when somebody's posting something and saying, I like your dog, Mark Zuckerberg, versus when somebody's posting something and saying, okay, you're a fucking corrupt piece of shit. Here's the data. Here's the proof. You're a corrupt piece of shit. I don't understand why you're even considered a CEO. You flipped everyone off. I was a child. I was a fucking child. Facebook didn't come out when I was fucking 20. I was a child, and you were already influencing our society into thinking that you can be a CEO and be a fucking piece of shit. As long as you got all this fucking money and all this fame, you can be a fucking piece of shit. So I'm just saying, bitch, please die. I'm just saying, like, Mark Zuckerberg, please die. And I know I stopped talking about Bad Bunny, but that's Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's like that. He's like Mark Zuckerberg. He's a piece of shit, and he attracts other pieces of shit. And these fucking people go to his fucking bullshit concert and do all this stupid ass fucking shit. And let me tell you something else. There is, here in Puerto Rico, there's this thing called El Metro Urbano, which is the train. It is the train here, the fucking public train. And that is public property, by the way. That is not privately owned. That is not someone's house. That is the public's. And it's also free, so that's more of a testament. So I was going to get my electoral ID, my voting ID, and it just so happens that one of the commissions here to get your electoral ID is at this train stop called Atorrey, which is right in front of the fucking Coliseum, the one that they fucking call the Choli, this fucking bullshit. So anyway, it's not even called the Choli. Like, what the fuck even is that bullshit? It just sounds so stupid. Who even named that? I'm sorry. That is so not dignified. It's gross. But I'm just saying, like, I'm calling it something else. That people can call it whatever the fuck they want, but they're not right, because I'm associating, like, for example, whenever we talk about the Toyota Center in fucking Houston, we call it the fucking Toyota Center. You know, like the Staples Center. Nobody calls it the Sta. The Sta. Everyone's going to the Sta. The Sta. The stop. Suddenly it just loses all fucking dignity. It loses all value and formality. So anyway, I walked out of that train station, and the Bad Bunny concert or whatever, like outside of the Coliseum, they have these little kiosks set up on public property, by the way, public sidewalks, right in front of the train station. Where you exit, it is literally right there. No, it's not far away from the train station on the other side of the Coliseum, in the back area of the Coliseum, which is technically at that point it becomes private because you're going through the gates of the back. And that means that you willfully entered in there. You're not crossing by as a pedestrian, because that shit is placed right in the middle of a fucking public sidewalk where pedestrians walk through. And they're just, look, let me tell you something. These are some bullshit little kiosks that are being overrated beyond fucking belief. Like they're treating them as if Bad Bunny paid um Priyanka Chopra. What's her fucking name? Priyanka. What's her fucking name? Deepika. What? Shah Rukh Khan. He collaborated with Shah Rukh Khan and Indian authorities to build a replica of the Taj Mahal right in front of this fucking train station. And the replica is so exquisite, and you can't take pictures of it because it'll damage the marble. Now, at that point, actually, it's so the context of it, when I was talking about context, it's so self-explanatory that when you walk through there, you're just like, okay, I'm kind of scared to take pictures. I can look, but I'm kind of scared to take pictures because this thing is too majestic. No, there's some kiosks that are literally made of wood, literally painted stupid ass fucking wood that somebody grabbed from some fucking silly ass fucking forest right around the fucking corner. There's some little silly kiosks, you know, like food trucks. They're literally the equivalent of food trucks. They're just little mini kiosks that were built that look like mini houses. This is not something that's otherworldly. This was not the space station. This was not the ISS. This was not NASA's fucking platform where the fucking space shuttles take off. This was none of that. These were some bullshit little fucking kiosks that really, at the end of the day, if some electrical wiring goes off, it sets on fire immediately and it's over immediately. So I'm walking through there, and I walked through there and I was like, whatever. At first I was like, I walked through there and I was like, this place is I really was thinking in my head, like, this place is retarded. I like the Coliseum. Like, I thought the Coliseum itself was majestic because it's a massive Coliseum, but I like the Coliseum. But I walked past the kiosk and I was like, I wasn't even thinking too much of it because I really thought those were just like little kiosks that were set up on the side of the fucking Coliseum for the concert. I was not thinking this is the luxury of the luxury. No, I was not thinking that because God, they're not even concrete. They're fucking little fucking, somebody just dragged, it's like some fucking mobile home. Like somebody brought a mobile home or a fucking RV to the side of the fucking, right in front of the fucking Coliseum. And so anyway, I walked past them at first and I go to the commissionary place to go and get my electoral ID. And then like when I get there, they tell me, oh, they're closed for the rest of the week because there's a vacation going on. And I was like, what? That would be perfect if Puerto Rico, if the government here like really advised people about things that were happening so that we don't have to fucking stay in the train for an hour and a half, 2 fucking hours to show up just for the place to be fucking closed. That would be so respectful. But yeah, we're living in Puerto Rico, this fucking bullshit fucking place. But so anyway, I'm walking past there. I go to the fucking electoral ID place, blah, 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 blah. My friend calls me and I'm on the phone with him and I'm telling him where I'm at. And he's like, oh my God, are you walking by the kiosk? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, can you take pictures of them? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I'm walking past the kiosk and I'm on the phone with him and I start snapping pictures of the fucking kiosk. And this stupid bitch, this is what I'm telling you, street bitches, gross bitches, bullshit bitches, feminist, dumb bullshit bitches that really have nothing. It's not that they have anything better to do. It's just that they always choose bad. So they never have anything good to do. So they're just always doing bad stuff. So, mind you, this is a public sidewalk where anyone can take pictures at because it's public. It's really the equivalent of setting up a tent at Central Park and saying you cannot take pictures of this tent because Lady Gaga is performing at the lake. You can't take pictures of this tent. You can't take pictures of this tent. This is one of the most public parks in the entire, actually, if not it's called the Central Park. It's the most public park imaginable in the entire history of all fucking humanity. And you're telling me I am not allowed to take pictures of your little bullshit tent because this is the thing. Like I said, if it looked majestic, I probably would have thought twice. Like I would have been on the phone with my friend and I'd be like, I don't think I can take pictures here because this shit is like, it's majestic. Like the shit is like off the wall. I don't know if they'll let me take pictures. I would have told my friend that, but no. They were I'm telling you, these are kiosks that literally look like food trucks, except they were like mobile home brought or some shit. They had some little stupid ass little T-Mobile kiosks set up. Like they were like, you know what I'm talking about? Like stupid shit. You know when you go to pride parades and they fucking have kiosks set up? I've never in my entire life been to a fucking pride parade and they were like, I'm sorry, you can't take pictures. But the bitch said, let me tell you about this bitch. I was taking pictures and it was some stupid ass fucking bitch that really at the end of the day, these are people that like, I feel like they're robots because just like you crossed the line, you broke public law. That's breaking public law. Like at that point, you cross the line because that's one thing to tell someone when they're out in public, you're not allowed to do this in public. And it's just like, what? I'm not allowed to take pictures in public of something that everyone fucking knows about? So anyway, she says, I know you're talking to your friend. Her, you know, the way she was speaking to me was very belittling. And I was like, okay, first of all, bitch, you're fucking retarded. You're a holier than thou bitch. You don't understand context. You don't understand chronology. You're ugly as hell. That's another thing, because she was ugly as hell. It's like, bitch, at least if you're gonna get implants, make sure you get every individual teeth, because bitch, that shit looked retarded. That looked like a fucking Tic Tac with some little like someone drew some black lines on it. The bitch grinned. You know these people that feel too confident with their grin? She was like, and her fucking, because she got implants and they looked so stupid because they were like the, the entire row, and you can tell that they're like, because they look literally like some fucking cheap shit that you buy at the fucking, at the gas station, like the Temu implants. It literally looked like that. And that bitch really like, she grinned in this very like, I know you're not grinning because you're happy. You're grinning because you want to show off those teeth and act like you're superior and you're better than me, when really, bitch, you are disgusting as hell. You are nasty as hell. You're not even dressing how you want to dress. You're dressing for this fucking tyrant. And hold on. She's like, I know you're talking to your friend and snapping pictures and taking videos, but during the weekdays, you cannot take pictures of blah, blah, blah. I was like, bitch. And the thing is, she pissed me off, and I was just like, you know what, whatever. Like, this place isn't even really important. I hate that motherfucker, and that's valid in itself. Like, I hate that fucking piece of shit. So you're really fucking acting. You're really acting like I stepped into the Buckingham Palace and the fucking queen was laying in her fucking bed, and I opened her legs open and started taking pictures of her fucking pussy, or no, videoing her pussy live on Snapchat and fucking Instagram and Periscope and fucking Facebook and YouTube all at the same time to 20 million followers. Do you understand? That's what she was trying to fucking make it seem like. She really spoke to me in this belittling way, and I was like, okay, bitch, you can't belittle someone when you look like that, because you chose to look like that. It's a big difference. There's a big difference between choosing to look like that versus I had no other choice. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because if she was a fucking burnt ass fucking victim, I'd be like, okay, I feel bad for you. No, but she's one of those fucking bitches that, you know, they get breast implants and they look gross, and she knows they look gross, and she still uses those breast implants to try to manipulate people with them. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Except she did that with her teeth. She did that with her ugly ass Tic Tac looking fucking teeth. I'm being so fucking serious, because like I said, if you're gonna get implants, get individual ones all at fucking once. Don't fucking sit there and get the entire row put together. Fucking belief, they don't look natural. Oh my fucking god. Fucking stupid bitch, I swear to fucking god. And like these bitches, they're just like stupid ass Puerto Ricans that talk shit. They'll throw hands. They're the type of people that, you know, they half of their fucking family is in jail, or they've been to jail, or they're about to go to jail, or they're close to, they go in and out of jail, in and out of jail, in and out of jail, in and out of jail. But I did snap a picture of her, thank God. Now I know what her fucking face looks like. And the picture I snapped at her, it was so crazy because I snapped the picture right in the moment when she started speaking to me. And let me tell you, this bitch looks psycho. By the way her face looks, I snapped that picture and she has this fucking look on her face like she is beyond joyful that she's telling me that I can't take pictures in a public fucking space. It felt so stalkerish. It felt so fucking. You know how Lady Gaga spoke about the dark side of fame, the vanity part? Yeah, that's what it fucking felt like. It felt so vain to have this fucking fake tooth bitch. Um, you know, she strikes me as those people that had fine teeth and then they got veneers and they look stupid as hell. You know what I'm talking about? They shave their teeth down. That's who she strikes me as. And then wasted everyone's time documenting that entire process. Wasted everyone's fucking time documenting that entire fucking process. She just strikes me as that. And that's the thing. Like, Bad Bunny, that's about Benito, like, that's the thing. Like, you have to know what's going on within your premises and your vicinity, but he doesn't care. And that's the other thing. That's another thing that I don't understand about people worshiping his ass. It's like, he moved to Miami. He does not live here. Don't worship him. He moved to Miami. He lives in Miami. He does not live in Puerto Rico, so you can now associate him with not being a fucking Puerto Rican, because he is literally telling the world, I would rather live in this arrogant luxury, because everyone knows Miami is arrogant luxury. Everyone fucking knows that. Everyone knows it. It's not Art Deco. It's arrogant, modern, stupid luxury. It's not real luxury. It's like, it's just a status, I live in Miami bullshit. And a lot of local Miamians, people that have been there for decades before that shit happened, know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. It's the whole same type of experience that Dubai is going through. Like, stripping of, same thing goes with Austin, Texas, stripping the entire fucking place of culture by these fucking stupid people that jump in because they heard of some stupid shit about it on the fucking internet, and they want to show up and be like, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. And I work in the tech industry and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, but okay, you do all of that, but you're disrespectful. That's the thing. You don't know how to talk to people. You think everyone in the entire fucking world is your little business pawn. You treat life like it's a fucking chess game. You treat life like it's a chess game and everyone's playing your fucking game. That's what I hate about these fucking people. Bad Bunny is just a fucking Benito Cortez is just like that. What's his last name? Cortez? I don't fucking know. Benito is just like that. He's arrogant. He doesn't know how to pose. I'm just going to keep it right there. He does not know how to pose. I'm sorry. He is not a fucking fashion. He's not a fucking fashionista. I'm so fucking sorry to myself for having to live during this era where this shit is even fucking happening. I'm so sorry to myself. He doesn't know how to pose. He doesn't have poise. He's not a globalist, which is very obnoxious. He speaks about Puerto Rico like he still lives here. That's the thing. If he lived here consistently, then I'd be like, okay, I think I might be going a bit too far about me talking about, oh, he dominated that entire fucking Coliseum. It is literally like beyond, it's like fanatic bullshit. It's not even rational. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But a reason why I was so fucking enraged about this is because I went to the mall today. We couldn't find parking. These people are all over the fucking place bothering because they go and park at the mall to go get a ride or whatever the fuck they're fucking doing to go and fucking go to that fucking concert. It's just like, I don't understand why you're parking at the mall. Why don't you go and fucking, I don't know. Why don't you just die? That would be so much better. Why don't you die? That would be so much better for me. Yes, because I have rights and we live in a republic, so you should respect my individual rights. Maybe you should just die. That would be so much better. It'd be easier for me. I'd be able to breathe for a second because y'all are so obnoxious and it's so crazy because, like, I mean, Lady Gaga got me into this. That's her fault because she was she promoted the being unapologetically yourself status, but these people they're being fanatics. Don't be a fucking fan. That's not being yourself. That's fucking being a fan. You are stripping yourself of criticism, because that's the fucking thing. You have to criticize something in order for it to be good art. Do you understand? You aren't criticizing it. You just hear that beat. Boom, 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 boom. That stupid ass fucking reggaeton beat that I've been sick and tired of for fucking ever, because it's a stupid ass fucking beat. And they just started fucking spewing this dumb shit, talking about how they're fucking bitches and blah 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 blah. And then he's over there trying to make himself look like he's a fucking salsero, like he's a fucking, like he's been doing salsa for decades, like he started off as a salsa artist. One could argue that Lady Gaga was never a jazz singer, but she did jump into the lava. Do you understand what I'm talking about? He didn't jump into the fucking lava. He just made like two or three salsa songs, or one, with a fucking extensive team of people. Do you understand what I'm talking about? He didn't sit there and bring the product and the foundation. He didn't do that. That's beyond obvious. Let's be real. This is Puerto Rico. These people aren't being real. Most people aren't. I'm telling you, he's a fucking scammer. He's not a salsero. He doesn't fucking have... I'm sorry, salseros, there's a vibe with salsa and he doesn't fucking have it. That shit is fucking like... It's like Britney Spears showing up and claim... It's really exactly like that. It's like Britney Spears showing up and making Bollywood music and calling herself an Indian. It's like, no, I'm sorry. To me, not to you, Brittany. You should already know that. You have to at least speak Hindi. At least speak Hindi. At least try that. No, he doesn't fucking talk about Juan Bobo. He's not talking about folklore, Puerto Rican folklore. No, he just fucking pulls out the coqui. The fucking coqui, and then he puts a fucking Jebaro hat on him. And then tries to make it seem like, look at how much I support Puerto Rican culture. And it's just like, no, because he didn't mention Juan Bobo. He didn't mention any folklore. Do you understand? Give me 1 second. I'm about to tell this fucking nigga, stop fucking calling me, because I'm being serious. Like, this man just blows my phone up, and for literally, it's for no reason. Like, there's no valid reason behind it. There's literally no... It's just literally just to bother me. Like, that's literally it. That's literally it. Hold on. This guy just keeps calling me and keeps calling me and keeps calling me, and for no reason. I'm telling you, like, I'm talking about something important right now. So fucking obnoxious. Hold on. Sick and tired of having to come up to him and say, stop calling me. It's so fucking obnoxious. Sometimes I feel just whack people upside the fucking head. I hate that fucking stupid music as industry. I thought when I was younger, I thought you could be an artist. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you could be an artist. But no, you can't do that. You can't do that. The fucking coqui. It's like, bitch, really? You're so lazy. The fuck? You can't even get into deep folklore? You can't get into... He never mentioned Daniel Santos. You know, he never mentioned great artists throughout that didn't only make salsa. No, he's only fucking... It's just, he's trying to fucking make it seem like I'm so Puerto Rican because I made a salsa song. It's like, bitch, no, that is so brutally fucking embarrassing. I'm so sorry. Like, you are choosing embarrassment. I'm not choosing that. You're choosing it. That's so disrespectful. Like, I mean, Frontier, it's one thing for Frontier Airlines to put the coqui on the fucking on the livery, but it's one thing for a man who is Puerto Rican to not go deep into the folklore and the fucking, you know, the deep history of Puerto Rico, and instead just he just brings out a coqui and fucking puts a Jibaro hat on him. It's so stupid, and the way these people buy it, it's just like, you're not really, look, let's be real. You are a San Juanite. You are a San Juanite. You're one of the people that live in Puerto Rico, but you live in cities of Puerto Rico. You don't really give a fuck about the rest of Puerto Rico. I'm sorry. That's just who y'all are. I'm sorry. That's just who y'all are. And y'all are abusive. Y'all don't really give a fuck about the culture of Puerto Rico. That's probably why it's so corrupt. That's probably why Puerto Rico is so corrupt, because I guess end up being y'all end up being most of the population in this country. I'm not this country, this island that happens to be a commonwealth. I will say this, very unfortunate. If you can choose where you're born, do not pick Puerto Rico. I will say that. Do not pick Puerto Rico. Guy's such a fucking asshole. And then Jimmy Fallon's stupid ass. I'm just saying, Jimmy Fallon, bitch, like, he's so stupid. He's so dumb. And I will tell you this, he does not have the vigor that a Salcedo has. He doesn't have the vigor that Lady Gaga has. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Wherever, you know, they create these choreographies and they're sweating. I'm talking about they're sweating and their hearts are beating to fucking 200 beats per fucking minute. He doesn't deliver that. He shows up and he's like, no. And no backstory. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I would at least respect him if he said, oh, I'm making fun. Like, it's a parody of, like, mumble rappers. I'd be like, oh, okay, I get it. Because you have a brain. You have a brain. No, you're just another mumble rapper? Okay. And then he goes on interviews, and then he's acting like he's the spokesperson for Puerto Rico? No, you aren't. No, you aren't. Because if he were the spokesperson of this place, he would actually, like, go on interviews and say, you know, Lady Gaga would do that. That's the thing about Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga would be the type of person to be like, well, actually, let's say Lady Gaga was Puerto Rican. Let's just say that she was. Lady Gaga would go off about how corrupt this place is. She would literally go off. She'd be like, actually, I hate this place. I'm very unfortunate to have been born here. I feel like I was cursed and raped just by being born here. I'm just saying. Instead, Benito tries to paint it like it's just this luxury paradise island. No, it fucking isn't. He's like, oh, in Puerto Rico, we say this, this, and that. And it's like, bitch, no, we fucking don't. This place is it's a pretty complex fucking place. It's not just as simple as that fucking bullshit. He's a hype person. He's a rude person. He's disrespectful as fuck. I'm being serious. He's on competitive mode 24/7. This man is not, like I said, whenever Lady Gaga came out, it was like, I don't even feel she was competing. Like, I don't think she was competing with anyone, because she just literally started fucking singing about rubbing that glitter and grease around. And then she said, don't be afraid to take your fancy pants tonight. It's like, that came from, like, places that felt like she came from an authentic place. Do you understand? Like, Lady Starlight, like, those people felt so, like, you know, independent artists. Britney Spears always felt like this bitch that came from Disney. It's like, bitch, you had beyond structure. Lady Gaga at least gave us this idea that she didn't come from beyond structure. Like, she had to put her mind to it. You know what I'm talking about? Britney Spears is like, bitch. Or you were in the Mickey Mouse Club. Girl, goodbye. I'm so sick and tired of Britney Spears. Britney Spears, and I will say it was a team. It wasn't her. It was never her. It was Sia writing her lyrics and shit. It was never Britney Spears. That's the thing. Lady Gaga did mention about writing her own lyrics, but I did look up a lot of stuff. There are only a few songs where she's written the entire song herself. A lot of them were written by Fernando Garibay and all these other stupid ass motherfuckers. Fernando Garibay is a fucking rude ass motherfucker. I will give him that. You are a rude ass motherfucker. You think that you're this, he's an arrogant Mexican. Anyone who is from this fucking Spanish, Hispanic speaking world knows damn well that a lot of fucking people from the fucking Distrito Federal and the fucking from Mexico City are some of the most arrogant people that you will ever meet in your entire fucking life. Even my American friend who doesn't even speak Spanish has fucking told me that. She's like, why are all these people coming from Mexico wearing like these stupid, like they don't even know how to dress. They're just wearing like Gucci and they look retarded. They're just wearing brand shit and they look stupid. Like they don't even know how to dress. And she was just telling me this out of fucking nowhere. And I was like, yeah, like they're probably from Mexico City. I'm telling you, you're probably not meeting someone from fucking Jalisco. I'm sorry. You're not meeting someone from fucking Tampico. You're not, I'm sorry. They're very likely from fucking Mexico City. And Fernando Garibay is from there, and he thinks he's like an arrogant fuck. I'm sorry, I can't even say Noritaka Takehana is like that, because Japanese people have a completely different culture. I'm sorry, like I can't necessarily say that Japanese people are arrogant. Like that doesn't ring well in their culture. I'm sorry, like that's just not a culture where that happens. These people generally live in extremely small, cramped ass fucking spaces. This is not fucking. Do you understand? These are not the Americas where people are running around with this fucking arrogant ass imperialist fucking colonial fucking mindset that, you know, kind of like went away in Japan after Nagasaki and fucking Hiroshima got bombed. I'm just saying. But this was the story. The story was supposed to end like this. America isn't imperialist. They dropped that bomb because they were being the imperialists, the Japanese were. But no, America became that. They bombed them because they already had imperialist fucking mindsets. Fucking stupid. I hate people. I fucking hate people so fucking much because it's just like, I didn't throw the bomb. I didn't fucking throw the bomb. Do you understand what I'm talking about? But Benito is very imperialistic. I will say this because this whole situation where he's been at that fucking Coliseum has felt like he's just this king here, and all these people are. His music sucks, dude. It's not. This isn't a symphony. It's some stupid shit where they're selling overpriced drinks. People, it's like you have to be drunk to enjoy his music. Is that what you're telling me? Because y'all are all getting drunk. That's the fucking thing. That's what I'm trying to piece together. You're all drunk to enjoy this music, so it sucks. It's terrible music because you have to be on some type of substance to enjoy it. And that's alcohol. Can't stand his ass. I'm being so serious because it's just like I would appreciate bad. First of all, I would appreciate it if his name wasn't Bad Bunny. I don't know. Maybe if he called himself Conejo Malo, then I'd be like, okay, you're fitting something. You're fitting something because that's a bit audacious to be famous in the English speaking world and your name is Conejo Malo and people are calling you that Conejo Malo, Conejo Malo. Then I'd be like, okay, he's got something because he went there. No, instead he calls himself Bad Bunny. It's just like, no. You're not Lady Gaga, where Lady Gaga said, no, I'm going to eat feces out of this woman's asshole. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I'm going to eat her fucking feces-filled asshole, and I'm going to deliver an artistic statement out of that. No. Instead, you fucking took the easy route, which is disgusting. You took the fucking easy route. No fucking, I'm sorry, no artist enjoys that. No artist enjoys an easy fucking route. Now, I've taken the hard route, so that's why I'm fucking using AI. And that's another fucking hard route because people fucking bash you for that. So I'm doing the fucking hard route. I'm doing every time I have ever engaged in this, it has always been the fucking hard route. I have never taken the fucking easy route. Everyone that fucking knows me knows that I have never taken the fucking easy route because that is so undignified and so disrespectful to show up with a product and telling them, oh, bitch, I sat there and did absolutely nothing. No, because I'm being serious. Like, you look at my fucking stuff, bitch, I'm telling you, it might be AI as of now, but if you look at my other stuff, it wasn't all AI, but I'm just telling you, right now, I'm using AI to fucking make political statements. So it's not just this, you know, when you go on Sora and you see those generic fucking AI pictures, you know what I'm talking about? They're all generic as fuck. Everyone's posting whatever they feel is safe. I don't do what I feel is fucking safe because art is not supposed to be safe. Now, Bad Bunny is taking the safe route while he really is taking the safe route, because if you talk about fucking shit like that here in Puerto Rico and you make reggaeton, that's the safe route. If you're making Korean music here, that's a different story. No, actually, I'm wrong because K-pop is kind of popular. No, like if you make, let's just say you're making Bollywood music here. No, I don't know. There's some Indians here. I don't know. Like making some fucking music from Algeria or some shit. That shit's not. That's a hard route because it's not popular here. People enjoy in Puerto Rico like music that's foul. They enjoy dirty, perverted music. It's a very gross fucking culture. It's disgusting as hell. If you're born here, you have been raped by status quo. Unless you have a family that's globalist as shit. Like, they just consider Puerto Rico a fucking patch of land they just happen to be born in. Not people who associate with it, because you can't associate with Puerto Rico unless you're fucking corrupt as hell. I'm just saying. You can't sit here and promote this place as a good place unless you're fucking corrupt. I'm sorry. That's just the way the mathematics work. That's just the way it works. I'm sorry. To me, not to you. The place is so corrupt. It's so fucking corrupt, dude. But obviously, like I said, not everyone is like that here. But the majority are, and that's why it's corrupt. I'm just saying. That's just how it works. When a place is corrupt, that means that the majority of the people are fucking corrupt. It's not the government. The government, like the federal government is such a small group of people. They don't have power. They don't have that much power. They can make legislation, but at the end of the day, it's the fucking people, the overwhelming majority of people who have the fucking power, and they're corrupt as hell, and that's why Puerto Rico is like that. I'm being serious. There are some people that organize and protest here, but it's a very minuscule amount of people. And like, y'all remember whenever Ricky Rosselló was fucking kicked out of the fucking governor's office? Well, that was over stupid shit. That was not because he destroyed an important building. You know what I'm talking? No, because he messaged someone and he said, that girl's a tranny. Do you understand what I'm talking about? They're like, oh no, LGBT rights. And it's just like, y'all don't really give a... Look, let's be honest. Y'all don't really give a fuck about LGBT rights. Y'all just wanted to go out and smoke some weed and fucking do some fucking drugs and fucking get drunk and sit there in front of that fucking bullshit government building and yell. And that was it. That was literally it. And then Ricky Martin showed up and they tried to make it seem like it was official. It's like, oh, so now it wasn't... Until Ricky Martin showed up with that pride flag, now it wasn't official. That's what I'm saying. That's what Puerto Rico is. It's dusty. It's messy, it's shady, it's fucking corrupt. It's a fanatic type of place. Can't stand this fucking place, I swear to fucking God. Like, if I could live in Svalbard, I would go live in Svalbard. And probably create a nuke or something, or some fucking bioweapon. Fucking hate Puerto Rico, dude. Es un calor allá afuera. Sí, del vapor de todo eso. Con esa lluvia que estuvo.
Paraba y llovía más.
Gracias. Buenas noches. It really is fucking like humid as shit because it was raining all fucking day, horrifyingly, and it's just so fucking humid. It's horrible. But that's the thing, like when you're Bad Bunny, I mean Benito Cortez, I want to call him Benito Ocasio-Cortez so that Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez can put him in his fucking place and be like, I'm actually his blood sister and I don't support anything he fucking does. I don't give a fuck if he's gay. Really, at the end of the day, if he's gay, it's like, bitch, you don't even support the LGBT. Do you understand what I'm talking about? If you're gay, you've never, okay, this is the thing about Bad Bunny, stupid ass fucking Benito. You have never created a manifesto. When you create a manifesto, you are officially christened as an LGBT rights fucking figure. I'm so sorry. You can't fucking sit there and just be like, I'm gay and I kissed a boy on stage. Nope, nope, nope. Because you're speaking from a fucking privileged position where you say, I met Jimmy Fallon. And it's just like, nope, nope. You lost the game. You lost the fucking game because we're talking about marginalized people here, not fucking niggas living in fucking penthouses. Fucking acting. I hate those fucking people that act like fucking like everyone's rich as fuck. I hate that man so fucking much. I would say that he's running on confidence so much more, not confidence, on arrogance more than he's running on fucking skill. He fucking got an audio-visual communications fucking degree, and then he's fucking mingling with people. I'm just saying, it's a fucking team. It's not just him. That's the fucking problem. He ain't Marina Abramovich that sat there and fucking fingered her pussy in fucking 1997 and had an epiphany to murder a cockroach as a fucking statement about, like, against filth. You know what I'm talking about? Like, she murdered a cockroach. She brought a gun to a fucking gallery and people all gathered up to see her fucking shoot the cockroach while she's crying. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That is a very, like, cathartic moment. That's a cathartic moment. Like, she's hysterically fucking crying with this gun before she fucking shoots the cockroach. Bad Bunny doesn't do stuff like that. He fucking just talks about sex and stupid shit that's so fucking generic. It's like going to The Sims. You know, whenever you create your new sim, it's just the most generic sim imaginable. No individuality. John Smith. I'm sorry to all the John Smiths because I know a John Smith and he's pretty individualistic. Sorry. I'm sorry to this John Smith. But I'm talking about generic. Like, I don't know, having a name called like Jose Lopez. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know, fucking like Rodrigo Rodriguez. I don't know, fucking Alejandro Perez. You know what I'm talking about? Like, no, give me something. Bad Bunny, I'm sorry, to me, like, Bad Bunny just doesn't, if he called himself Cojeno Malo, I'd be like, okay, Lady Gaga fit it because it's just Lady Gaga. Like, it's syllable, the syllables are perfect. It fits her fucking style because she's fucking obviously not correct in the head. Obviously so, because I'm being serious. Like, at the end of the fucking day, why are you over here promoting Paris Hilton while stating that you fucking hate her? Because she really did do that. Whenever Paris Hilton was at that Nokia event in 2009, Paris Hilton went up to her and she was like, oh my God, I like really want to collaborate with you and make some music and sit in the studio. Actually, she didn't say that because then Gaga would have taken her seriously. She would have been like, oh, you want to sit in the studio with me? Oh, okay. No. Paris was just like, I really like, we should like so collaborate. And Gaga was like, oh no, I'm sorry, I got things to do. I will never forget that. I was like, that is such an epic moment because at that point in time, Paris Hilton was being so offensive beyond fucking belief, which she still is. She's always been extremely offensive. But Gaga like put her in her place without calling her a stupid fucking bitch that should be fucking killed. Like it's like I really wish Gaga would have said that. Like I'm surprised you're still even alive. She should have said that. She should have said that on camera. I don't understand how you're alive. Why is it dead? That would be great if she said that. What? How are you? How are you ghost speaking to me? Let's just be real. Paris Hilton is not a fucking entertainer. I'm just saying, like, they give off vibes of like, you know, I know so and so, and that's why I'm here. Not so much I slapped so and so in the face, and yet I'm still here because I proved it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I proved it. Do you understand? I slapped so and so in the face because so and so told me no, and I knew I was right, and they kept telling me no, and I still did it despite everyone saying no, and I still knew I was right, and that's all that mattered because I knew my skills. I know what I fucking have. I know what I've studied. I know left from right, and you're telling me right is left and left is right, and 2 + 2 = 5, and I say no, 4. That's street shit. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, the corruption of Puerto Rico. These loud ass fucking bullshit motorcycles and bullshit fucking cars. And that's the other thing, like the law here has to fucking slap down on these fucking bullshit tourists that think that Puerto Rico is a playground. Like nobody lives here. It's just a playground created for fucking tourists. Like nobody has family here. It's just one fucking playground for tourists that come from other fucking places. The police here is kind of like stupid. I'm just saying they're a bit tiny little bit fucking stupid, and the security guards and shit. I'm just saying, but in Texas they're stupid as well because they'll kill you for fucking for breathing. That's the thing about Texas. Now we need a level of something balanced, you know, kind of like something in between Texas and Puerto Rico to have the perfect cop. Because the cops here, I will say this, like I said, they are kind of stupid, but they are very like relaxed about things. Like they're not gonna fucking kill you for smoking weed on the side of the fucking road. In Texas, they will kill you over that. But here, they'll whatever. You know what I'm talking about? But they're a bit too relaxed about things. Like when it comes to noise pollution, they don't give the slightest fuck about noise pollution. In Texas, bitch, if you burp, you're going to prison. If you burp in Texas, you are going to prison and you're going on death row. Yeah, I know I'm exaggerating, but it's not too far off from that. You are getting tackled by walking past the Kroger after it's been closed. You are going to get tackled and treated as a trespasser by walking on the public sidewalk right in front of fucking HEB or Kroger's or Walmart. That's how Texas operates. And they'll fucking stop you and ask you where you're fucking going. Everything in Texas is an endless curfew from midnight to midday to midnight on the next fucking day. Puerto Rico's a different story though. There's no curfew here. But it starts to get a little bit too off. Like I think they like lose common sense when they can, like, you know what I'm talking about? You're supposed to stop someone who has a car that's deliberately designed to create noise pollution, because a lot of cars in Puerto Rico are designed to create noise pollution. So I'm just fucking saying, and those are the people at the end of the day that are fucking worshiping fucking what's his fucking name? Benito. I can't stand that fucking piece of shit. I swear to fucking God, I just can't. I can't. I just fucking can't. I can't stand him. Like, imagine, this is how it feels like. It feels so Ryan Serhant closing down Times Square. That's what it feels like. Him being there at the fucking Choliseo or whatever. It feels like Ryan Serhant shutting down Times Square, or fucking, Donald Trump shutting down JFK to celebrate fucking Ivanka Trump's birthday. JFK, I'm talking about the airport. Very Tsar-like, like Stalin-like, very Hitler-like. Not artist-like. I don't like the art industry. I really don't, because it's a waste at this point. Like, it's horrible. It's fucking horrible. Y'all don't respect artists. I'm being serious. Like, y'all don't respect people. You have to respect people that suffer. I'm being serious. You have to respect people that suffer, because there goes to show that even when they've reached a sufficient amount of skill and they're professionals or experts in their league, and they're still suffering, that means that they don't find an end to it. Do you understand? Now, fucking Benito, the fuck, suffering, the fuck. That's the only way you should be making money or even be considered legitimately a fucking artist, if you're fucking suffering. Do you understand what I'm talking about? He is not suffering, dude. People that, and I'm not talking about they're looking for suffering. I'm talking about like, they're very academic. I don't know how to describe it. Like, boring people that create great works. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like Lady Gaga, yes, at the end of the day, is a very boring person that creates great works. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I'm talking about maturity. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking Benito is not a mature person. I'm just saying, like, he's hanging out with people that at the end of the day, their main focus is just finding a way to get quick bucks out of fucking people. Making them drunk because obviously the art is bad. It's not art, it's just stupid shit. They want to make the environment feel like a party environment, not so much an art gallery. This doesn't feel like a concert that's an art gallery. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Now that is theater. That is theater. He's just up there and he's like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," and he depends on his fanatics to defend his bullshit. He doesn't defend his own bullshit. No, he depends on his fucking fanatics. Because the fanatics, they're the ones who sit there and will kill for him, even if he's wrong. I'm just saying. So yeah, I'm gonna close this off now, because I don't want to fucking talk about this anymore. I hate that man. I hate that man so much. He's one of those other people that make my life a living hell, like um, Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber. Like, they're horrible people. Who else? Rick Ross, he's kind of a bad person. He's 50-50. He's 50-50 of a bad person. Rihanna is a horrifying fucking person. DJ Khaled is a horrifying fucking person. Who else? ASAP Rocky, I don't understand why he got married to Rihanna, but ASAP was never like a fucking, he was not a bad artist. I respected his fucking music. I mean, I still do respect his, I guess his other, I haven't really paid attention to him recently, but he created some good works. I will say that he's one of those rappers that chose art instead of rap. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they mix art and rap. They weren't just sitting there and saying, nah, that bitch suck my pussy, blah blah blah, she eat my ass, blah blah blah, she eat my, suck my dick, blah 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 blah, and blah blah blah, and she be sucking dick and I be sucking pussy and blah blah blah, and pussy and pussy and asshole and pussy and dick and dick and dick and sucking pussy and sucking dick and sucking pussy and sucking dick and sucking pussy and sucking dick and licking the clit and blah 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 blah, and licking the clit and clit and pussy and cum and orgasm and blah 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 blah. No, actually they don't even say cum. Peaches and fucking cupcakes say come, and they say it funny. They're more like, oh no, she was rubbing up on my dick, and then that big ass, twerk that ass, bitch, blah, 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 twerk that ass. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Bad Bunny, what's his name? Benito is on that same realm. Twerk that ass, bitch, twerk that ass, bitch. Do you understand? Like, it's not something that will sit there and have you thinking like, wow, like, he made me realize that the universe is infinite. You know what I'm talking? No, not something like that. Like, wow, he made me realize that exoplanets all have their own vibe. Oh, wow, he made me realize that everyone is unique in their own beautiful way. Oh, no, he made me realize that, that there's hope no matter what. He made me realize that you can succeed at anything you fucking want. No. Instead, he made me fucking realize that not really realize anything. Really, it's just fucking obnoxious. It's like fucking having, it's kind of like, if you're living in the projects and your fucking next door neighbor was this loud ass bitch talking about, bitch, I'm gonna fight your ass, blah, you talk shit about my boyfriend, blah, and you have said this, blah, and then they're all fighting, and then she moves out. 2 months later comes in another bitch that does that exact same shit. Ah, bitch, you asked, and then she had ate her pussy and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, that's Benito. That is Bad Bunny. He's another fucking neighbor in the fucking projects. This is not some fucking person that you're just like, wow, I never thought I would have this neighbor. Do you understand? No, it's fucking, it's that same bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. Twerk that ass, blah, blah, blah. She sucked my dick, blah, 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 and I get bitches, blah, blah, blah. That's literally him. And for Lady Gaga to have sat there and said, I remember when she introduced him, she was like, from Puerto Rico, Bad Bunny. Bitch, if I ever get to that fucking level, bitch, you better not say from Puerto Rico. You better say from fucking, from heaven itself to fucking kill all the fucking demons. I'm being fucking serious. I can't even associate with Puerto Rico for the most part. I was raised in Texas. I'm just being fucking serious. So there's your fucking answer. If this bitch were to sit there and be like, from Puerto Rico, Louise, I'd be like, first of all, I would end the fucking concert and I'd be like, bitch, first of all, I want you to come up to this fucking microphone and you better acknowledge me, bitch, because I listened to Ladytron before your bitch ass was fucking listening to them on fucking Gaga Vision number 69, bitch. Or 68, what was it, 62? Don't play that bitch shit. Like, we don't come from the same fucking thread. That's what I will fucking slap Lady Gaga over. And I'll slap her, and I will slap her on fucking stage and be like, bitch, you better take that fucking back, talking about from Puerto Rico or Louise. I'm so fucking serious. You better take that shit the fuck back, cause bitch, what do you even see me do? Am I over here sitting here talking about, I love Puerto Rico. This is the best spot. I just told you I felt like I feel like I've been raped by being born here. Stupid bitch. From Puerto Rico. Nobody even says that about Lady Gaga. From New York City, Lady Gaga. Okay, bitch, so respect. But that's the thing. Stupid ass Benito, Bad Bunny. He's so stupid that he can't be presented as just simply Bad Bunny. Do you understand? We're living in a globalized culture. And she's like, from Puerto Rico, Bad. I hope that was her way of calling him the fuck out. Because I always feel like she's clever like that. Like, she calls people out, but like in a kind way. Oh, you're from Puerto Rico. And it's just like, no, bitch, do not fucking, no, 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 no. I was born in Puerto Rico, but I have an education. So get your fucking shit straight, bitch. I speak other languages. I'm not only speaking Puerto Rican, and I know how to properly speak Spanish. Don't fucking twist it around and try to make it seem like I'm just some fucking ghetto ass fucking Puerto Rican that doesn't even know how to spell in Spanish. Fucking stupid ass fucking Benito, what the fuck? I swear to fucking God, I bet you he cheated in fucking school. Talking about audio visual communications, that's like, oh, okay, so you're you create music videos and that's about it. You're not multi-hyphenate. Arrogant as fuck. He's arrogant. I will give him this. He is kind of cute, but he's arrogant, and that's about it. That's about it. He looks kind of cute. He has a cute face. I guess more as a grown man, because I did see pictures of him when he was a child, and I was like, bitch, don't show up as a child. You're supposed to be a man. Yeah, I saw some pictures of him, and I was like, oh no, mm-mm. But I did see pictures of him, and I know exactly where he comes from, like, because there's a generalized type of thinking here in Puerto Rico, and it's just like, I know where you come from. I know where you come from. Like, don't fucking play it. Like, I'm sorry, Puerto Rican culture is not very globalized. I'm sorry. Like, it really isn't. Kind of is, but not really. Kind of is, but not really. I would say it's like 20% globalized. It's one of those last places on earth where people are like so obsessed with nationalism that it doesn't even make any fucking sense. Sorry, I would represent Puerto Rico if I'd never been abused here, so I hate this place, okay? I hate Puerto Rico because I was abused here, and I was abused by people that are citizens here, so I don't care about this place. I will fucking nuke it. If I could nuke it, if I had a nuke, let's think. Let's see if I would think about it. I wouldn't. I would just fucking press it, because I'd be like, I've already thought about this before, so I would press it. That's the thing. I wouldn't even think about it. I would destroy it. I would destroy Puerto Rico so fucking quickly. I would bomb the fuck out of this place. I would nuke it 27 fucking times. I would ensure that every fucking inch of this entire fucking island is nuked out of the existence of fucking humanity. And then I would target every other fucking Puerto Rican in the rest of the fucking, not the rest of the world, but primarily in New York City, Philadelphia, Florida. Um, and because they bring that shit over there. They're still like, they're very arrogant people. They love violence. I will give you that. They are very violent people. And they try to manipulate and make it seem like, no, we're just passionate. It's just like, no, you're violent. There's two different things between passion and violence. One is abusive, the other one is passion. Like, you know, you really love someone. You know what I'm talking about? You really love someone that you're willing to go far for it, but not necessarily murdering people for the sake of that love. You will protect that person, but the whole matter of protecting Bad Bunny over me, I'm the abuse victim. He's the fucking idiot. I'm the one suffering. He's the idiot. You should see how much I dance. I have the vigor for a world tour. Bad Bunny doesn't. I'm sorry. Like, he has the vigor for a world tour, but it's like, it's not vigor. It's he has the money for a world tour, not the vigor, not the passion. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you understand it? Like, Beyonce has not the passion, because she doesn't really engage in legitimate choreographies like Lady Gaga does. I don't know if you've ever seen Beyonce's music videos. She doesn't really engage in legitimate choreography. Her stuff is very lazy. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the GUI music video, the Abracadabra music video. What else? What other music video? Oh, Love Games. I don't know if you've ever seen, I know it might sound very fanatic-like, but 21 is on that same level. K-pop. 21 is at that same level, like bigger when it comes to moving around on stage and bigger. I'm talking about passion and vigor and fucking hardy work. Bad Bunny doesn't do that. Benito doesn't do that. He goes on stage and he's like, and it's just like, I guess maybe that's funny, but it isn't. It's just like, it isn't, because it would be funny if you mentioned, like, this is a parody against, like, you know, I'm just mentioning this because it's stupid. You know, like, it's stupid. This is just the way the world works. This is how capitalism works. Say something like that. Be like, I was so fucking poor that this is what I had to fucking do to fucking get my needs met. State that, and I'll be like, okay, now I respect you. Now I respect you. Now I'd be like, okay, I understand why you're fucking doing this stupid ass fucking shit, because I can relate to that. I'd be like, okay, I understand why you're doing that, because you need food, you need a car, you need to, if you want to go from point A to point B, you need that fucking money. Now, at the end of the day, just by studying his whole fucking dynamics, it's like, no, you're doing that for fun. You're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking piece of shit. That's what you are. You are not an art gallery. You are bullshit arena that is giving in to corruption because you're paying them some fucking money. That's what you are. And your bullshit team, I already know that a lot of them are fucking Puerto Ricans and corrupt ass fucking people. You don't know, but goodbye. You really think? Goodbye. You're hysteria. You're not what is that thing called? Sagacity. You're not sagacity, you're hysteria. You don't speak about China. That's one thing I will say about him. He doesn't speak about China. He doesn't speak about North Korea. He doesn't speak about Turkmenistan. He doesn't speak about France. He doesn't speak French. He doesn't speak any, he speaks with a fucking accent. I'm just like, why is it that a lot of people know how to not speak with an accent, and they also know how to switch back to speaking with an accent? That's what I'm saying. He can't do that. That's what I'm fucking saying. He's just like a fucking Puerto Rican asshole. I wouldn't call him polyamorous in the respectful way. I would call him a hookup type of man, not a man that wants to see the man again. Talking about I have so many girlfriends. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you did have so many girlfriends, you wouldn't even be on that fucking stage. You'd be taking care of your fucking girlfriends. Because I'm pretty sure polyamorous women love to have sex and you're not having sex with them. I'm just saying, you're over there fucking pulling this stupid bullshit because obviously that stupid bullshit takes some fucking time. I'm being fucking serious because let's be fucking real. Yeah, it's stupid as hell, but you gotta put some time into it. And it's fucking retarded. I can already tell that you're mingling with these stupid ass fucking people from Santurce, Miramar, fucking, that's right around the corner, this stupid ass fucking bullshit place where they try to fucking overrate it and make it seem like it's the highest luxury imaginable. There's no such thing as the highest luxury imaginable in Puerto Rico because this place is humid as shit. In 2 months, your luxury home is gonna turn into a black, dusty ass, moldy ass, greasy ass, sooty ass, algae ass fucking, it's gonna, I'm telling you, the fucking nature overruns Puerto Rico. So unless you're maintaining luxury, you're not gonna have it here. And that's the thing about Puerto Rico, like it's hard, unless there are robots, it's hard to maintain luxury here. So I'm just fucking saying, you're playing luxurious. At the end of the day, you did leave Puerto Rico. Luxury can be maintained here, but if you're putting in the effort, he's not putting in the effort. I put in the effort at least through voice, but I am very angry because I was abused here. So I'm not going to sit here and put too much effort into Puerto Rico. I still have my own fucking justice matters to fucking handle here because I was abused here consistently for so many fucking years. So I'm just saying, you hear that? Cars designed to create noise pollution because that car right there, there's no necessity for that noise. So I'm just saying, I shouldn't even be putting effort into Puerto Rico. I should just be finding ways to nuke it and kill everyone here. But instead, I have contacted the governor and called her out and told her you're a fucking piece of shit because you should have fucking done something about the fucking pressure washing in this fucking island instead of investing money in stupid shit because clean places inspire people and uplift people. And instead, you're not fucking doing that. This fucking stops, this fucking red light here. This is Garden Hills. It's supposedly some rich area in Puerto Rico. They have never fixed that light. That light, since I moved here 2 years ago, that red light has never worked. It's never worked. It's become a fucking hazard. It's a traffic hazard. But yeah, like Puerto Rico is very hazardous. I speak up about it. I hate corruption. I've always hated corruption. I didn't know what it was as a child, but I already knew that it was existing because I would get angry at abuse and shit. And abusers will always try to fucking, this is the thing about abusers. They always want to win. They always want to win. They can't, like, bitch, just fucking say it. Just be like, okay, I realized that I was being abusive. I am obviously going to work on myself. I know I probably don't even have the skills. Just be real. I probably don't even have the skills to do that because really I was ignorant as hell, and I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to do what I can, but I'm really sitting down and processing this because it's not fair for me to just continue my life without fucking thinking because I need to be a good person. I can have freedom and be a good person as well. No, abusers don't do that. Abusers will fight you back. They will fight you back after they raped you. They will fight you back after they fucking raped you. They will sit there and fucking be like, oh, no, no, you just making shit the fuck up, and throw fucking hands. But realize this thing about abusers. They always have a pack. They always have a fucking pack. There's never a lone wolf abuser. Let's be real. When have you ever seen a lone wolf abuser? Some people might say Ted Bundy was a lone wolf abuser, but it's just like, no, he had a pack. He was doing that because he was mingling with highly political people, and he was always running around with this very, I am a lawyer, and I know so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. You know, that demeanor. So people didn't suspect that he was an abuser. That's how abusers are. You can't get away with being an abuser if you're a lone wolf. A lone wolf is always going to be the one that's being fucking abused. Simple as that. I'm being serious. And a lone wolf will call out abuse. They're gonna snitch on their friends. I don't want to call it snitching, but they're gonna tell on their friends. They're gonna tell the fucking public. If their friends do some fucked up shit, they're gonna tell people. It's just a matter of fucking justice. I'm sorry to myself for having listened to, to having listened, read the Bible. That was a mistake that I made because the Bible, the Bible spoke about standing up for justice and all this fucking shit. That was my mistake. That was also my grandma's bullshit mistake for indoctrinating me into the fucking Christian religion. Um, yeah, so I'm just saying, yeah, a lot of bad people. Bad Bunny is a terrible person. Can't any further.